All right, we should be vibing now. All right, cool. We should be about live. All right, all right. There we go. Yo, what's up, Fisher? Hey, that's all good, dude. Take your profits, whatever you gotta do, man. Glad you got some profit, though, man. Yo, what's up, guys? Starting early. I keep missing the market open, dude. I'm kind of a dunce, but it's all good. We're chilling. So Ortex right now is actually closer to 200%. I think part of this opening is a combination of shorting and people profit taking, but I would imagine some of it is shorting, them trying to scare people off and shake them out. I think that's going to be a big part of it. So that's what we're looking at right now. Hey, what's up, Mark? And for the long haul, yo, you do what you gotta do, Samuel. Whatever your risk management is. I'm getting pings. What the fuck? Oh, MRIN is above 52 weeks high. Yo, thanks for the obvious information, Weeble. Love it. Gotta love it, bro. How's everybody doing today? The only MRIN soldier I can rely on. Yo, I got you, bro. Always. What's up, Thor? How y'all doing today? Dude, this is having a nice comeback. I want it to retest 26. If it retests 26, we can look for VWAP to be new support again. What's up, Frankie? Morning. How y'all doing? Yo, what's up, Ape? Let me get on my trading view stuff too. We'll pull it up on trading view so we can see how it's filling out my stuff. Let's see. Yo, that filled out my chart perfectly. Yo, you guys see that? That's filled out my chart. I didn't change this since our last stream. Look how much that filled out my chart perfectly into pre-market. Yo, what's up, Jongwoo? I'm awake. After all, dude. I'm not dead yet. Dude, that squeezed perfectly out of this triangle. That was nuts. Hey, yo, thanks, Casey. This was lit, dude. This is such a good start to today. We're chilling around 25. This is still good to be sitting here. I mean, literally every short's underwater unless anybody literally just shorted right here during pre-market. I mean, they're still all underwater. Yeah, this was like perfect. It just squeezed exactly how you'd expect it. Yeah, there's a lot of profit takers. It's expected. I mean, it's up like stupid amounts, dude. It's new highs literally after a Friday. It's wonderful. I love it. What are we looking at now that it's out of the wedge? I'm still going to look for it to follow this line. So right now, bottom support I'm seeing is roughly $20. I mean, I can probably move this up actually. So bottom support would be like, yeah, roughly $20 is where I'm seeing. We're just going to wedge this here is what I'm going to be looking for it to follow. This is irrelevant, but I'm gonna leave it here just so we have it for like stuff. Dude, this is literally done the same exact identical pattern every single day. So we'll see what happens, but it's good. Squeeze isn't done now, dude. There's more shorts, if anything. Look, so the short interest went up 1.3% today already. There was 300,000 more shares borrowed. 240 were returned, so that's part of it. Like I said, it could have been shorting. I mean, these could be long positions too, but I'm assuming it's most likely shorting that returned it. I don't know why you would return these as a long at the moment. You're up so much. And there's a surplus of almost 90,000 more shares, possibly shorted. The estimated SI is now 19.5 million from 19.2 million from yesterday's estimate, and the cost to borrow is up to an average of 344% again. Cost to borrow on every other platform is now also showing as 180. So the baseline cost to borrow looks like about 180.28 right now. So you're paying a lot of money to borrow shares at the moment. But this is expected. I mean, it filled a huge gap. This was after hours at one point. This was $19 on Friday, went to 21, and it went from 21 up to like 26 this morning at like 2 in the morning. So this is chill, even with like a little bit of a pullback. If you're trying to average in a little more, maybe this would probably be your chance. I don't see it going too much lower here. So that's what you're looking for. Oh, it's very oversold. It's already been dipped in there. Like I said, it's a combination of profit taking and most likely some other stuff going on, like a little extra shorts. I mean, they still have like technically stuff to short, but like I said in my video when I went over the recap of it, it'd be stupid to short, but they literally have done it the entire time. So they're going to keep doing it. It's expected. It's human nature. You double down on your mistakes because you feel like you'll come out right in the end, and you just keep burning yourself. That's literally how it works. Is INFI the next MRIN? And no. So I don't personally see another MRIN right now. The thing with MRIN is this isn't even with short coverage. Short coverage, if they started here or it got to 30, I'm seeing $45, $50 easy right now. INFI, you're playing into that data catalyst at the end of the month in July. That's probably going to get you maybe $2 to $3 net profit. This is rebounding hard now too. It's returning back in that middle range of RSI, so this could be seeing Route 26 here soon. It just crossed VWAP, so that's good strength, and we're probably going to be seeing it reaching up 26 right here. Thoughts on Blinn? I'm not personally into Blinn right now. That's it seems more like a gamble. It's just a sympathy play off this. If I was going to do a company comparable to Blinn, I'd do their competitor MTBC. And MTBC's on a dip right now, so if you want a long, they're good. But MTBC's estimated to be worth at least $20. So if Blinn goes up, it's going to be purely just like people buying. That's why I don't like it. We're going to look for this to be a resistance for the moment. This looks like heavy shorting, doubling down. There's no way. I mean, this is obviously partial profits too, but this has got to be like partial shorting through here. There's just no way. Ooh, Alpha's up too. How long do you think this will go? Should we expect to hold all week, or could it literally squeeze and crash in minutes? I mean, it wouldn't be minutes. It would take like a full market day. I think it would do similar to what ORF did, where ORF went from under 10 to like 70 in a matter of like a few hours. But they can't cover all at once. There's not enough shares in the float for them to do it, so it would have to be staggered throughout the day. So one main key area we need to look for, because like somebody said, there was dark pool data around this 2180-ish area. We're going to be looking for this as like a bottom support. It needs to hold. Realistically, most of the shorts are even under this 21 area anyway. So as long as it stays in this channel or higher, we're chilling. And we don't have too much of a risk of anything. If it stays like this through the day and even stay at this price, I could see it opening at like 30 plus tomorrow. Sorry, one of my homies is DMing me. So he's in a CCXI, and he's up pretty big right now. That was great. Yeah, dude, this is I think this is gonna hover above 24 for a bit. I mean, it's severely oversold. It's under RSI. I would imagine it rebounds again soon. We're gonna go over to we're gonna go look at trading view and see how this fills out, and then I'm gonna put the key area of support in here as well. We'll just put it at like 2180 to make it easy. So this was the triangle it was in. This is a trend line I'm looking for to follow, and this is very bottom support I'm looking for right now, but it's gonna take a lot to get it down there. There's a lot of people rushing in to get in this, especially on pullback. Oh, let me put on do not disturb so I'm not pinging the whole time. If you find any time last week I had a significant drop, then I believe you. But if it didn't have its rush during market opening, I'm guessing any moment during the day it'll blow. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this could literally pop any time during this. Oh, I did get I know some of you asked for like super chats and member stuff. I don't know if any of you saw, but I did get both of those up from last time. I literally had no idea how to even start that for the last live streams, but those are up now. So if you want like some emotes and stuff for chat, that's an option now. I think the cheapest I made it was like $3. It's nothing crazy. Yeah, this definitely looks like a little bit more shorting going on. I don't assume this is all selling here. There's no way. I mean, there's probably partial selling from shakeout, but this definitely looks like some shorting doubling down. We just have to wait for this update. So they returned some of the shares back, and there's still a surplus. We're still above 195%. I think that's going to be delayed though. I think that was around here. There were some shorts or something that covered, and then some more, I think, most likely doubled down and put more in here. So one group returned, and I think another group pulled back out. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna be sitting, like I said, this is gonna be a key channel for it to ride, so we'll see how it goes. How's the music and stuff too? Is it all good for you guys? Like I said, we're looking for this bounce down. It could close the gap too. Like it could hypothetically close the gap of 21, 22 roughly, but it would need a lot to do that. Like I said, I think there is a lot more shorting. There's already almost 15 million volume on the day too, which is crazy. Love the music. Great. Nice. All right, cool. Oh yeah, let me get links to the Discord for anybody that's new to the channel up too. Let me just pull this in. Join the Discord. Message. And then we got pin it. This is still a pretty good region. It's holding above 23. It's severely oversold, man. It's so close. Well, let's look at the volume weighted average. Yeah, so volume weighted average, it's now oversold as well. This one's a little more important. So now this is probably going to get in the range where it starts rebounding here. This RSI is a little more dense, where it's like based on the last close. This one's more intraday adaptive RSI, and this one's showing it like almost a 15. The volume's pretty good too, but it doesn't even compare to the seconds like opening volume. Like imagine if we had that's part of it too, is imagine the volume if we had it open from Friday, this would have ran like I think this would have hit 30. How'd you decide that channel? This is just like a so it's this dude named Lo-Fi Geek that makes stuff. I use a lot of their stuff because it's copyright free, but they're pretty chill stuff. I think shorts are doubling it a little bit, yeah. What do you remains to buy after MRIN? I've got a watch list in the Discord if you want to see some extra stuff, possibly. That's the thing, CT. You can't think with the mindset, what's the next of something? Because this is a very outside situation. This doesn't happen often. You just need to find good plays that'll win for you at some point. Usually the best thing is I do swing trading a lot, so swing trading into catalysts, swing trading from very oversold, undervalued stuff. Like, let's check it on SoFi. I think SoFi was doing all right. They're not too crazy. So they went down to a low, so if you got in here, this is a great buy. I think they return over 20 soon, so I've got like buy under 20, preferably 18, 19 if you can for this right now is like a key target for me on SoFi. And you've got Alf. Alf was doing good too. Yeah, Alf is sitting 15. I think they can hit over 20 again this month, hopefully. They've got a lot going for them. MRIN holding 23 here is solid. I mean, it's still almost higher than previous day highs. Like, it's only down lower than one high at this current level, so this is good. Like, anybody concerned right now is like you're stressing about nothing at the moment. Yeah, I'll have to do good. The only reason you should be stressing here is if you literally bought at like 28, which is I don't know why you would have done that. My thing is, if you're trying to get into a stock that's been volatile and running, I would never buy more than the previous day's high. And even then, I am more likely to find the average price that was down the day. So you find like a support line kind of. So like here, it was roughly kind of around like 20 to 21. That would have been my price to look for here. But since that didn't hit, you'd have to pick like the next lowest of where this hits, which would have been here. Sweet Kathleen, nice. Was there any word on PRBB? Yeah, so they get a CRL. So specifically a CRL is a complete response letter, and that just means the FDA wants more data from one of their studies or something to back up their stuff, or there was deficiencies that they wanted to see in their study, and then they can resubmit after a period of time. But most companies will usually take quite a bit to do it, so they'll take like 6 months to a year usually. So it'll be still a good long, it's just a matter of when they do that. I can't recommend for you to buy at a certain price, my friend. My watch list in the Discord, like I said, has about the price that I checked it out at. Usually that's when I pay more attention and put something on when I think it's a decent buy in general, and you just got to kind of use your own risk management to decide on that. This is going to rebound to 24, maybe. This would be good. I said it's still severely oversold. We're sitting a 14.5 RSI based off volume weighted average price, so this should trek back soon. It's pretty lit. We're just chilling, man. There's not much to like worry about right now. This is usually the slowest part of it and everything, so this is unfortunately part of the process. What I think this is gonna do, I think it'll have another run in it towards the end of the day. I think since it's sold off hard this morning, there'll be a chance it rebounds later. I mean, like I said, I've been telling you guys, the lower it is, the more likely they are to cover, but this is still higher than majority of trading day, except for open Friday. So they're going to be hesitant to do it anyway, because they're like, oh, well, the price is going down. People are getting scared. So they're just going to be stubborn. Like, see, it just went up more. I told you there was more shorting. There's no way. There was absolutely no freaking way. So they borrowed up to 30,000 more now. We've also got the RSI back up to, or the SI back to 196. And this still probably hasn't caught up to that entire opening. So I was very certain at the beginning of that open was partial shorting. It just reclaimed 24, so it looks like they're done shorting for the moment. There's a chance it'll approve CCXI. Yeah, I think they actually got a delay on their day too, which is bullish because it means they added more information to their response, and that's what they said. So I'm going to check in that later and possibly do an update video on that as well. Pretty nice though. Yeah, exactly, Dobie. This looks like a solid bear trap right now. Yeah, no problem, Joshua. Happy to help, dude. Like, a lot of people are surprised still that I don't have a position in this, and it's literally like, one, even if I wanted to, it would not be ideal for my current situation with what I do outside of streaming and YouTube. But the other thing is, like, I realize it's helped a lot of people. I think I've gained like 1,000 subs just in the last week from covering this. So, I know a lot of you are coming in from this, so I'm thankful for all you guys chilling. And, you know, it's just nice to be able to have the knowledge to be able to pretty much predict a lot of the movement for this kind of stuff and feel confident about it. Like, I feel like a lot of people feel like more secure in that fact, which is good. So price target for the CCXI end of day? Well, my price target for the month was 18, and it already hit that in pre-market. So anything extra from here would be like a topping, like just like a cherry, dude. Appreciate that, Casey. Hey, thanks, Lewis. What do you do outside of all this? I work in the financial industry, so it's like very regulated on what I can invest in and stuff. So I just don't even bother right now until I can possibly do this full time. Is my sleeve done? Yeah, so it's just a quarter sleeve. It's like rip skin, like all the way up my shoulder and around. It's just biotech. So the blue is like a light from inside my body, and the rest of it's like a clock and like gears and wires and stuff. But I'm so freaking pale that like all like bright color likes that pops on tattoos and stuff. So I like getting a lot of bright colors. Like I've got like a Triforce right here. And it's like a Celtic knot Triforce. What are your thoughts on DD? There's a lot of volume because there's a lot of sell-offs and people interested in buying it because it's going to be on discount because of the China news. I think it's just China trying to screw with them. China is involved in so many, like the Chinese okay, so not China itself, like generally the public isn't involved in it. The Chinese government has been caught up in a lot of data fraud allegations and stuff before, and them claiming DD was illegally collecting data. I don't necessarily buy that. I mean, it's possible, but since when has the Chinese government actually cared about that kind of thing in the past for any of the companies that are in their best interest, you know? And they do it like right after they just IPO'd in the US. I don't know. I think it's just going to be a nice discount for people long term, to be honest with you. All right, see you, Akash. Thanks for dropping by, dude. So the thing with CCXI, it dropped from like 40s and 50s when it looked like the FDA possibly wasn't going to approve it when their committee voted on it. So that price is kind of baked in right now. I mean, it might pull back to like $9 to $10 again, but it wouldn't do like a crazy like cut in half that it did when it went from 40 and 50 down to like less than 10. No problem, Alexander. This is consolidating here now, which is nice. This 24 is decent. Let's see if there's any more updates on this. I'm waiting for this to update. I guarantee you there was more done at start. I mean, it doesn't take much because there's like tens of thousands. And it's low float, so I mean it could have that movement, but I don't think it would have gone down that much with just that little. So it's been nice. It's slowly trending back. I'm just trying to watch the volume. We're about to hit 15 mil already, which is good setup because that means we could be on pace for another 100 million volume day, which is be good. We've already got 136% turnover. The average has been about 1,000, so we'll see where that goes. Hey, what's up, DJ? I'm in Colorado. How many days till FDA for CCXI? CCXI was supposed to be on the 7th, but I think they delayed it. I can check it for you real quick. Let's see if they put an article about it. They should have. So they amended their stuff. New goal date of October. So you've got a long timeline for this. So I would just take profits whenever you want and possibly leave some in to run until then. So yeah, the PD UFA goal date of October 7th. It was data from their phase 3 trial. All these freaking pop-ups, dude. This is why I hate like stuff like Benzing and all this. This is nuts. Yeah, so this looks like they added more data to their study because they had this 9-9 and 10-8 split decision with the FDA. So I'm assuming they just want to give more data. And it says it's significant, so this should be pretty solid. It should be good for them. Why did I draw the channel here? So there was a showing over the weekend of some dark pool data coming out, which is basically like hedge funds and stuff trading shares outside of the open market. Kind of. It's like that's the simplest way to say it. And it was roughly around that area where it said if you stay above that, it's looking bullish, and if you go below that, it's looking bearish. I mean, dark pool data with this isn't as significant. You've probably heard about it with like AMC and stuff, but it's not as significant in this. So I'm not really concerned about it either way. But I did this channel because this is where we had the peak right here. We're looking for it to break this if we want to get back up, because it's not going to retest this peak. It would most likely retest pre-market peaks first, which is around 25.26. And then I put this 21.87 as our baseline where it could possibly drop to. But if we stay in this channel and up, this is good. Like, this will be, like I said last week, this has potential for a multi-day run, so. Hey, nice, Casey. That's dope. I wouldn't be surprised if this touches 23 again. I'm just waiting for this to update. I guarantee there was some that needed to update. It seems like, I think this is like 10 to 20 minutes behind for real time for those updating, but it's usually pretty accurate. I guarantee you somebody shorted up here though, like around this 27, 28. Which is wild. I still don't know how you let a stock at 200% short interest, but that's just insane. So right now it's following this trend line. I expect it to possibly fill this out and then rebound the rest of the day. It usually does that. This is around lunch too. So it's very possible it drops back in this channel and goes up. Yeah, exactly. For anybody that didn't see in the Discord yesterday too, I did open up my Patreon recently. If I get quite a few people in there, that would most likely be my setup for where I could possibly go full time with this on top of like YouTube and all that and get more stuff out. Yeah, you made $250. Nice, dude. But the Patreon's basically, I've got a sale for the first couple of months. Normally it'll be like $50 for every 30-minute session, but it's going to be like $40 for a 30-minute session where we can go over like anything you want. Like you want to learn how to use screeners efficiently. You want to learn how to chart better, different things like that, like whatever you want. I've got some other stuff where I'll do like a one-on-one call with like going over your portfolio, seeing what you could do with your current positions, things like that. So if that's something you guys are interested in, that'd be dope to get with some of you. I like Alphi stock. Alphi is good. I've got a video. I've got multiple videos on them. I called Alphi at $6 too before it ran over 20. It's right here. I have it in the Discord link too, if you want to check other stuff too. Yeah, I'm into crypto. I really like Cardano. Cardano is one of my top cryptos right now. I've been looking more into XRP. My other two, there's like 3 other main altcoins that I like AMP. AMP is basically like a middle ground currency between like world currencies and digital, where they could possibly use it for rental entertainment. And then I also like VeChain. VeChain looks to be getting a big following in China, which is kind of cool considering they are so against like Bitcoin mining and all that. And then TRX looks solid too. There's a lot of projects being built on that. I think TRX could be $1 or $2 at some point in the next couple of years. Where I think a compound recent run up. Are you talking about a coin? I like Shiba. Shiba is actually, so I'm very into utilization. I hate altcoins and like shit coins that don't do anything. They're pointless to me. But I do enjoy anything with utilization, and Shiba Swap is utilization. You can earn more of their currencies that are exclusive only to like staking. And then you get money back from staking. So there's going to be incentivization to keep the coin. It's just going to keep growing an economy of like their own system. I think it's good. I think it'll be solid over the long term. Yeah, no problem, Collie. Yeah, I'm looking to get more of those videos soon. I just got to figure out some topics. I might pull from you guys in the YouTube soon and see what kinds of stuff you guys would want for like educational videos and stuff. I think Alpha can be back over 20 this month. I just keep an eye on it. Yo, thank you all for chilling right now too. This is dope. Give me 1 second. So I made sure I could get some time off from work this morning. We're mostly studying for licensing and stuff, so. So I just want to make sure everything's solid. Just give me 1 second, guys. You guys know the deal. You think volume on CCXI will pick up throughout the day? It may or may not. There's hype that they're gonna have a delay on everything, so it's more likely that they'll get approved by adding their new documentation stuff and all that they're putting in, and it's going till October, so that gives them time. So that's good, in my opinion. So it's just gonna be a very good like hold till then, or like if you just want to play cycles. So I imagine since it's out to October, we could probably see like 30-40 bucks around that time, possibly. It's gonna renew hype in it. Hey, thanks, Casey. Appreciate it, dude. Any thoughts about Wish? Yeah, Wish is just like very like social media type thing right now. It's gonna do waves. Everybody's claiming it's overvalued or undervalued and all that as their reasoning, but I think they just wanted like something to squeeze up because it's hella shorted, or it was hella shorted. But I mean, it's gonna just kind of chill for now. I don't think it's gonna do anything too crazy. Yeah, Matic is good too. This is holding solid here at 24. It's still trending oversold for volume weighted average. It's down to an under 9 RSI. I'd be surprised if it doesn't hit 25 again soon, like once it consolidates more towards the middle. Alright, I just had to type on my work laptop real quick. Alright, so we're at 24 bucks. I don't think MRIN will dip too crazy. The key area I'm going to be looking at is around this 22 area. I don't even know if it'll go down that far. It's just something to watch. Yeah, this is on 1 minute. Intraday, I usually use 1 minute. If I'm zooming out long term, I might go 5 minutes. Sometimes I'll go intraday 5 minutes, but it's not huge for me. Or if I just want to see the candles, like this is looking more towards its trending blue. I would be, it's either going to do another like pink, which is red for me, candle right here, or it's going to do like a smaller blue up, I think. It's whatever the trend is going. Any thoughts on Blend? I'm not a huge fan of Blend right now. I think it's going to be more of a lottery ticket. There's not much short interest or anything on it. New channel, awesome work. Do you know anything on Naked? Am I getting scammed on it, or is there a squeeze coming? I wouldn't expect a squeeze on Naked. That's very just like a pumped kind of thing. I know a lot of people got screwed with that, playing with that back in like January, February too. Solo got a good bounce. Let's see. Oh, you talked about the vehicle company. Oh yeah, that was nice. Right off that bottom. That's pretty good. I do want to check in on a couple. What's PRVB sitting at? What is it, like 6-7 bucks? Yeah, I figured it was gonna go about there. This would be solid. This is a huge buy for long term. This is gonna be nuts. This is so oversold. This is literally a. This is almost negative RSI. It's so oversold. Yeah, Atos is great too. I love Atos. I've been following Atos since $1.20, like back in January when I still use Robinhood. They were pretty good. This is one I was telling people to check out, INFI. This is going to be a good one for the end of the month, I think. Currently still under $3. And it has chance to rebound at least to this 340 area and up. I think it could reach close to 4, like this 371, because they've got data on the 27th, so they've got like all this time to run. And And then my other thing is like start taking profits in up 10. I like putting notes in my charts like this, because sometimes when I'm looking at stuff, because sometimes I'm watching like 40, 50 charts in a day, I'll write notes so I can cycle back through everything. How long do you think for PRVB? I'd be looking at like 6 months to a year if you want to play the long haul. If you're just trying to play cycles, here's like the longest time in a while for PRVB that it's been that low. So I would double check that and stuff. Yo, Alex, dude, thank you so much for the Patreon sub, bro. Make sure you connect your Discord so you get a role in the server too. It'll automatically update, but we'll get on that soon. We'll get a deep dive in your port, all right? You just have to let me know. What charting program am I using? It's TradingView. So here. So I believe if you use my hold up 1 second. Let me get it from another thing. Where is this? Refer a friend. There we go. Yeah, so if you use my code, we both get $30 towards a new subscription in the future. So if you use that TradingView link, we both get a $30 part towards a subscription in the future, which would give you a free tier 2 subscription like whenever you get one. So I usually get the premium lets you do a whole bunch with charts, so you can have like 400 alerts up. Like I've got alerts here, I've only got 21 of 400, but you can do price alerts. Premium chart, you can get up to a 1 second chart, so if I want to be really stupid with this, I can watch this in 1 second candles. but yeah, TradingView is great. It's a good idea to get at this price in Marin or wait later on for the day. I don't imagine it stays too much here. If you're not in it and you don't want to miss the train, I would make sure you get a small position. So say you have 100. To make it easy, I just always use $100. Say you want to put in $100, I would put in like 10 to 20 of that, if that, and then leave yourself time to average down or up. Best way to play these types of things. What do you think about DD? A lot of volume. I think DD's good. I can check in on it though. You mentioned delayed CCXI approval. When do you think the new data is coming out? So the CCXI decision wouldn't come till October. The actual data they submitted, I don't know if we'll see that. It was just what they needed to get to FDA. So. Okay, cool. I'm chill with work. Yeah, DD is severely oversold. This is a solid range, dude. There's no way they don't rebound. I think they'll be easy $20 again and soon. Especially like if the China stuff comes out and it's not accurate, or DD comes out with a solid rebuttal, which could be the case because they're doing stuff. They could probably do some sort of like logs for data or something like that. I don't know how all that would work. I don't know the ins and outs of that, but if they can show some sort of proof it's fake, or they can distance themselves and like show like how their stuff works or something, I think that's going to give them a good case. Am I in every day? I usually don't stream every day, Fish, but I'm usually posting like 1 to 3 videos a day depending on what's going on in the market, and I'm pretty active in the Discord too. So yeah, MRIN is gonna have some volatility during the day, but yeah, DD's good. DD's a very good stock. Ooh, it's looking for that 25 again. I'm actually going to draw support there because it's that break or a resistance there, because if it breaks it, that's going to be huge. And then so general rule of thumb, if you have a support and a resistance and it breaks the resistance, you're going to be looking at the resistance turning into a new support. So if it can reclaim that, it could be bouncing above here again. Yeah, no problem, Pontus. Well, so FDA decision and approval will go hand in hand. So if the FDA decides for FDA approval, that would give them the approval generally. That's how that works, kind of. So it basically allows them to commercialize their drug and start doing it with active patients and stuff. And that would usually lead to a road of FDA decision shortly after, or FDA approval shortly after. It really just depends on how the company handles it once they get to that point, you know. VWAP, so volume weighted average prices. VWAP, it basically takes the amount of the shares traded during the day, and then the whatchamacallit. So like here, let me get one on here so I can show you RSI. So this is going to show it separate from the chart, but basically it's going to follow this, and it's going to be a median line for right here for a strength index. Like I've got VWAP here. If you see it break VWAP like this, it's usually a good sign it's going to be a bull run, as this is going towards 26 possibly. If it's underneath, you can expect pullback towards the VWAP, and if it's over, you can expect a pullback towards the VWAP down, possibly at some point. But this is going to adjust over the day and be an average between the two, and this is kind of what you're looking for possible rebound point to be in a median oversold versus overbought range. Basically just like balanced stuff going on between buying and selling. Yeah, I told you that looked like a trademark bear trap. Bro, MRIN 50 would be wild. I want it to happen today. Oh, man. I'm going to get my Discord bots back up this week too for some of y'all. So, depending on how stuff goes, I think in the next week I'm going to get the options algorithm bot back up, and then I'm going to get my stock sell buy back up. So like right here, you can see where it says EDR 15 seconds, EMPH 15 seconds, all this. There'll be buy, strong, sell alerts on the stocks in here. But for your guys' opinions, what I might do is instead of having sells, I might just make them also only do buy signals, so you guys can dollar cost average and better. Basically, anytime there's confirmation of strength in the stock, it'll tell you, hey, this is a solid buy, and you can possibly day trade with it too. What should you do with PRVB? Well, if you're fine on sitting on it long, you should be fine over the next year. I think it'll swing back to like its previous levels over the next few months anyway. The stuff will die down as they submit more for CRL and they get other stuff out, and they have more things in their pipeline, so they could be other data and stuff. So it's up to you. I mean, you can cut it, but I think that'd be just because you can hold it long. So basically anything I cover because I think there's potential for a long, even if there's catalysts, even if there's unless there's a very off chance for a catalyst and it can't be long, I usually won't do too many videos on it or anything. I'll just put that on like a watch list. So far, from the looks like we're slowly building higher floors each day, probably a slow bleed out tactic. Yeah, kinda, yeah. That's what we're looking for anyway. Insights about Alpha. Alpha's solid. I think it's going to return to possibly $20 this month. I do not speak Korean, no. So I know a few Koreans have been watching my stuff. There's people that have been asking for subtitles. I gotta figure out how to do that though, because the literal only way I would know how to do that is Google Translate. Drop my Patreon again? Yeah, hold up. Here you go. So this is holding 30.25. Like I said, this is a resistance, so that's why I would spike up and stay here. But if it's consolidating here, it's got a good point to push this and change it to support. So we'll see what happens. You see how it came like briefly out of oversold though, and it just shot up. That's what we're looking for, is this more period here, or overbought, either way. Would you pivot to ALF from MRIN? Well, you could. There's a lot of long positions you could do. I follow a lot of pharma companies. There's a few there. If you like what Blinn is doing as a company and you're not in it solely for the meme, this is a good company. It's one of their competitors, but they are on a downtrend right now for a buy possibly. They're on a low for like a couple months where they were at $9, and they have price targets over $20 by analysts. They were already like almost 13 this year too, so that would be a good one. You've got some other stuff too. MRIN's making another push for this 26 as well. Yeah, I kind of did, Newt. Hey, yo, thanks for the membership, Lewis. Appreciate you, dude. Enjoy the emotes. They're not much. I want to get on Fiverr and get some like custom emotes made, but I got to figure out what I want. So I just have kind of like placeholder stuff for now. This hasn't updated much, so we're still sitting around 196 short inch or so. That's crazy. Oh, let me get back to 15-second. I might actually get a 1 minute. Yeah. So we got 1 minute, and then we get the 1 minute on Weeble as well. So this is now holding above 25, so that's good. Hey, thank you for the membership cart. Welcome. Dude, we're doing pretty solid here. This is good price action. Do you have a favorite overall play right now? I really like Fisker long term, man. Fisker long term is great. So yeah, Fisker, I have a price target in the next few years. If they can get some market share, so if they can get market share and get their new vehicle out next year solid, it goes well. They get a lot more hype with their stuff, and they get their pair vehicle out that they have partnered with the Foxconn, which is a middle partner between Fisker and Apple. That could be solid for them very long term. I think they could hit like $200 to $400 as a price range. You have any stocks like AMD, computer, physical hardware, not software? Nvidia and AMD are probably my solid in those. I usually don't follow too many outside of those. Nvidia is probably a safe bet. I had a price target of $1,000 on Nvidia within the next couple of years. 16F 3K at the moment. Do you think it's worth it if I put 1,000 into MRIN? Well, first off, thank you, Herein. Welcome. I wouldn't be throwing a ton in here right now if you're trying to do it. I definitely wouldn't be putting a third of my portfolio in this. I think at this point with this price, I would start with maybe like 5% or less of your buying power. Atlas Motors, no. I did hear, did you guys hear about Volkswagen and Porsche getting a, they're working at a deal to intertwine making a car with like some electric car company. It looks sick. It should be dope. How much do you think MRIN will climb today? Well, it really depends on more buy volume coming in and possibly shorts covering. If shorts cover, it's going to be an easy 40, I think, but that would require a decent amount of them. But considering we've got about 19.3 shares shorted in the millions, I think even just like one or two of those would put this over 30. Possibly. Is it Bugatti? I thought it was like a different company. Or is it the company that made Bugatti? I know they said it was supposed to be kind of like a Bugatti, but I didn't go into detail. Dumb question, what website are you using to look at this graph? It's TradingView. Hold on. I can, so just follow this link for TradingView. This will refer you and everything. Hey, for sure, Ponus. Yeah, I love stuff like this. Yeah, there's still 26,000 more shares borrowed. Again, a lot of people assume this is all shorts. This could be long positions too. But I don't see a lot of these return shares necessarily being long unless they are just like, yo, I'm out. I'm cashing out. It's just a big play in Wall Street Bets talking about it, Arian. It's just because that and GME were basically the two main big ones. That's all. That and there's supposedly like more dark pool stuff than average for a lot of stuff like that. So that's a big part of it too. We're just chilling right now. You trying to put babies to sleep with this music? Nah, dude. This is to help with the getting stressed during market day. Do you have any insight into BlackBerry? Still backholing, wondering when and if it will pay off. I don't like BlackBerry too much. I mean, if you're doing it for their technology, sure, that could be good long term. But I mean, you're probably gonna be stuck for a little bit. I liked BlackBerry originally for their software stuff, but I stopped messing with it with the meme stuff happening with it because it's too unpredictable. Yeah, it seems like a lot of shorting going on. I would estimate we're probably above 50K on this once this updates. Especially after this. They're trying really hard to shake people out. That's the thing, is like they keep doing these tactics to shake people out, and it works a little bit, but it doesn't do as much as they think it does. Do I like Blinn? No, I don't like Blinn that much. I think Blinn is a sympathy play. They're just trying to push it up like other stuff that was like similar in costs and stuff like that. It doesn't have a high short percentage or anything. Like, unless somebody doubled down today, last I checked, it was very, very low. Yeah, their utilization's only a 70. Their short interest is only like a 12. Like, this is... The cost to borrow is high, but... I mean... But yeah, I'm not super into Blinn. I think like if you play it smart, it could play well, but you know, I'm just not into it. Oh, so the shares did go up at least another 6K, I think. Is that what that is? Yeah. Another 6K. And I think that's delayed. I think there's a little more, unless that was literally what just happened there, and there's this low float, which is possible too. How do you distinguish between shorting and natural selling? Well, natural selling, it wouldn't drop nearly as sharply for just at that price range, for example. And I'm lining it up with the data that's updating in Ortex, but this looks very sharp for such a weird price to just drop like that, especially with the interest and the amount of buy walls coming in. That's another thing, is like how much buys are coming in when the price drops, because if you short it more, then the price does drop a ton, because you're selling in advance, essentially, kind of is how it works. The shares that you're borrowing, and then what would happen is you buy them back later and you made a profit and get the shares, and then when it goes back up, you make more money off the shares if you cover that way. And there's like intricacies how you can cover and stuff. But the flip side of that would be if you short, you're selling the stock early, kind of like you're selling it in advance on loan, and then you have to pay that later. So, but I mean, with the new rules, you're supposed to have to spot it up front, but you generally don't have to. So it's kind of just like you're just like, yo, I'm doing this, I don't have to pay anything right now, I'll worry about it later. What's your take on the AMC squeeze? I mean, I think there could still be a squeeze. I don't think it's going anywhere near as high as people think it is, especially now the short interest it has right now. It would have to have some crazy stuff going on. What's my name? It's Tyler. Alright, so Mushi DM'd me to check out a different stock. Give me 1 second. Yo, welcome everybody new in the Discord too. Dude, we have so many people in here. We almost have 600. That's crazy. Thoughts on FSR versus Tesla? So this is going to be my viewpoint on Tesla. Tesla's had a huge market share and everybody's got to catch up to them, but they're doing things very wrong. They keep like screwing with their stuff. They keep like, you know, they took out the plaid model that would give them longer battery life and range. And Elon basically came out and said, oh, we're not worried about like long range and stuff like that, which is stupid. Like, you should be wanting to expand on mileage for it, which is why I think Lucid and Fisker are good. Like, Fisker's got their solar sunroof that you can use to charge your car, say if you go to the beach or something. And I think if they keep putting in stuff before Tesla does for extra features, they're going to take a significant portion of Tesla's market share by like 2025. Especially because right now the Fisker Ocean is very affordable compared to the other cars. And like before the electric vehicle credit tax or tax credit stuff that you can do, they are already under like 40K, which is like one of the cheapest efficient EV vehicles. That's also got like sustainable materials. Like the seats are made out of like recycled ocean plastic and stuff like that. What I think of TSN? I don't know anything on TSN. Let me check that in a minute for you. Any price target for MRIN by the end of July? I'm going to be looking for at least 40 if it actually ends up squeezing. But I mean, that's going to depend on them actually squeezing, you know what I mean? But the thing is, this is on the failed to deliver list too, so there's going to be a timeline of consecutive days where they need to cover at some point, or they're going to be liquidated by their middleman, like broker people. So yeah, for sure, Dobie. It'll be interesting to see for all of them. Let me see CLNE first, because I keep putting that off. Wait, oh, that's Colgate. Clean Energy. I've checked Clean Energy before. Looks like just a sell-off. I'm not seeing any news. Yeah, so that just looks like a sell-off. It could be a rebound here. This might be a good buy just to rebound it back above 10 for a swing. If you look at the 3-month, it's on a downtrend. I mean, it could return to 7, but this was a couple weeks ago. They had a lot of news. I'd just look for a possible downside to this 8. That's what I would look for. The Discord is that link. Is it not working? Let me get you an alternate one. Let's see. There you go. How 22 million volume and 9 million float, that Marin isn't moving as violently as you thought it would be. Well, it's also shorts not covering, and then doubling down when one set of shorts gets out, another gets in. That's why you see return shares and borrowed shares. A lot of those are like some of them covering, and it's a very minuscule amount, because obviously it's not even half a billion, let alone any of the 19 million. But then the equal amount and then some is borrowed back. So, and I doubt there's too many people loaning big money to long this right now. Is Zella a good price to buy in? It could for a rebound. Is it possible? Yeah, let me check these other statements real quick. Hugh, didn't you have a stock you wanted me to check? Or are you not wanting me to check that now? I don't know how long I'll be streaming today. It all depends. So a short squeeze, right? This is what happens. So I've got a full video if you want to understand how this kind of started with my stuff. But let me see. 1 second. So let me pull up this video so I can send it to you for anybody interested. So I did a whole deep dive video on MRIN for how all the short squeeze started and where I think it's going for their price action. And so far it has filled out most of that. I said we could get to $25 to $30 before shorts cover and hold that, and then that would push in. But this is gonna be the video. All right, cool. I'll get you a roll here later, Arian, unless my bot's already been giving people it. I don't think it has been though. So that's my original video, or that's not my original video, but that's my deep dive. I'll check TSN in a second then, Hugh. But a short squeeze essentially, so shorts are borrowing shares to bet that the stock is going down. And in extreme cases, this can lead to more shares being shorted than the actual shares on the market. This stock only has about 11 million shares out that should hypothetically be traded at any given time, but this is shorted 196% of that, which means 19.35 million shares are shorted. As the price goes up, since you're on loan for those, it becomes more and more expensive for when you have to buy those shares back and cover it, and at some point you'll have to buy them back to make your debt even with who loaned you them. And so what this would devolve into is, if there becomes a lot of buy volume out of nowhere, which has been happening with MRIN, then this would push the price up more and more, and then it starts making some shorts panic, and eventually they will start covering. And since the price is so high, they have to cover at that price that the market currently is at, and that'll perpetually keep increasing the price, especially on top of more people buying in because of fear of missing out. So that's how that works. So TSN Tyson Foods. Is there any news? A recall? Ooh. That might not be good. I mean, Tyson's such a big brand, they could rebound at some point, but there's been lower. They've been down to 50 and 60. I'd be wary of this. I don't know if I'd buy in here. If you're long here, it'd be a good average down point maybe, or I'd see for it to maybe bottom out at 70 otherwise. But I don't know if I'd be buying in here right now. I'd wait for confirmation to start reversing back to possibly get to 80. Because recalling isn't great for that. That's not good. What determines when those shorted shares have to be paid back? Either the shorts run out of capital and they can't cover the cost anymore and it would make more sense to cover. Or the broker decides, hey, you've been on loan too long, you're so deep in the red, we're liquidating you, and they force them to cover and they take back their loan shares and they have to pay for it at that time. Like, that's how it literally works. Or there's a third option that just came on where they're on a restricted share list. And a restricted share list is where when you try to get a position covered, say like you either ask for the shares back and they don't have the money to pay for it, or if they go to cover those shares and there's not shares available on the market to cover, which will be a problem if you've got almost twice as many shares shorted as there are shares, then they're getting put on a list if that happens more than a certain amount of days. I believe they've been on that list 5 days consecutively now, so they've made that full list to do it. So now there's a period of time where if it keeps happening for a certain amount of days for the next month, by the end of the month, they could be forcing liquidation on pretty much every short because they're on that list. And that would happen roughly around the same time. You should be fine, ASMR nerd, but I would be careful about dollar cost averaging in this high next time on something this volatile. Like, this is literally June where it was $1.40 and now we're almost $30. Is this the only factor that plays into a short squeeze? Kinda. Options would play in too, but this one doesn't have options. So the way the options would work is you could gamma squeeze potentially. So if you buy a ton of call options and a bunch of people exercise those call options and it would push the price up and higher and higher and higher faster than buying and selling shares would. But the caveat to that is anybody shorting could also hedge their position and make money back from what they're shorting, so that even though they're down a ton on their short, they're not feeling it much because they're getting money back on the call as the thing rises. That's usually called the straddle. Or they could cover their position faster just by exercising those. So I think in this situation, like I've said in my other video, I think not having options is great because it allows for just more pure squeezing to happen. I haven't been following GME too much recently, to be honest. I don't know anything new for it, but I mean, I don't think the price is going to drop drastically because there's so much stuff around it. I think it's going to hover where it's at for a decent amount of time. Have a look at LEDS. I'm not a huge fan on Blinn. I think it's just a sympathy play right now. There's a lot of other stuff I'd rather buy, and that would be a lot safer. LEDS. Do they have news or anything? Q3 results. Gross margin expanded to 46%. Operating margin loss contracted 600 basis points. Held 1.7 million in cash. Ooh, that's not a lot. Earnings per share was -2 cents. Unable to provide a revenue cast. I don't know, man. That's a little risky right now, I think. Their financials aren't looking good. They could be doing a share offering at some point. 1.4 million's not a lot of money. I would be wary because, like I said, there could be a share offering at some point. So just be mindful of that. Bullish on Virgin Galactic? I mean, maybe. I haven't been looking at it much. It's more of a meme now than it really is fundamental, so I haven't really been worried about it because it's going to do its own thing regardless. I haven't touched on BSQR now. Let me do that real quick for you guys. What looks coming on MRIN Road? MRIN should be fine. It's holding in a good spot. It's already literally higher than last time, so I mean, you see my support lines. So this is a major support. This was the support from Friday. So BRQS. I mean, most brokers should give you news like that, Michael. Or Mikhail. I don't know how you say your name. Is it Mikhail? But I'm not sure. I know BRQS was screwed with a lot. I think I did tell somebody this. I told them there was a downside to about $1 last time I talked to anybody about this. Yeah, so you could be looking for it to return to these lows that it was at, where it was at around 90 cents. I'd be wary of that. Yeah. I remember telling somebody that. Sorry, like I said, sometimes I'm looking to like 50 charts or more a day, dude. That's how I do so much research that I literally memorize all of the stuff on my watch list and could rattle off pretty much everything. Like, let me look at my May. So Clear, Secure, DD, those are decent. SoFi is banking. You've got Entero, which is doing some pharma stuff for helping stimulate a patient's body so they have their immune system a little better. Thai Life Sciences is a psychedelics. They just IPO'd. Lex is doing COVID pills. PLX is just a swing play. Altimmune is more of those pharma type companies. Alf is doing their digital advertising. Like, I can go through pretty much all my watch list and I should be able to tell you what everything is if you just picked one out randomly. I try to know like literally everything that I'm looking at, so I don't even have to research anything back if I need to talk to somebody. I might research price points again because I don't remember all the time, but usually it should be fine. I'm not a huge fan of Workhorse right now. I think it's screwed with a lot. I mean, it's got short interest and it could be squeezed, but it's very crowded. There's a lot of people in Workhorse, which makes it an issue. Like, usually if a stock is crowded, that means when there's a sell-off, there's going to be a big sell-off. So. Oh, it's BSQR. Okay. Sorry. B square. Oh, okay. So is that 2.16? I'm trying to see if there's news. No press release or anything. I mean, this could be a similar situation, just like getting pumped by some stuff. Pretty sure their earnings weren't great. Yeah, sales 9.97 million down from 16. Yeah, it's not great. Like, their financials weren't good from last couple of months, and then it just looks like it's getting screwed with. You could probably swing it if you do it right, but I'd look for a possible pullback to like this 4 area, worst case. I mean, this is on Friday, so who knows, but it looks like it does like cycles up and down, so you could probably find some good entries and get in. At least just for swinging. I don't know about the company fundamentally long term to give you anything. Thoughts on IDEX? I think IDEX is a good long. I have a price target on $100 on them by like 2024, 2025, especially if they keep expanding their port. SelectTrack was a good acquisition from them recently, so they're looking really good. I think they can be $20 in the next year. One of my favorite ones for a while, I talk about this one a lot, but a lot of people overlook it. They're working on like non-invasive techniques for helping with carpal tunnel and stuff in people, but they're sitting around 622. I called them back when they were around this $3.10 area and said they were going to go to 5. They ended up hitting 5, and then they hit like 2-year highs or something a couple times. So it's been like up to $7. It's crazy. What is the what ASMR? You mean the Ortex? 27k shares borrowed. So we're still positive. It went down a little bit though. That's what it was. Let me pull it back up. I messed it up. Bam. Clove looking great for a short squeeze. Yeah, Clove's been on and off a short squeeze. That's another one that got pumped a lot on social media. I saw that one a lot on Twitter. I see a lot. Like, I have nothing. Like, there's a few Twitter accounts that I really enjoy, but I even saw them join in. There's a lot of Twitter accounts that are following like Clove and Wish, and they have just completely overlooked MRIN, dude. And MRIN has been the way better play thus far. Like, significantly better. What do you think of BRQS? I think we just looked at that one. Yeah, this is the one that I think this could go back down to like 90-cent area. I'd be careful of that. Like if you look over the 1 month timeline, it's been under $1. I'd be looking for downside under $1 possibly. If it gets back under $1, it might be, but I don't know enough about the company to say anything fundamentally. But right now I haven't seen much from them that would tell me otherwise. Thoughts on INFI? I think INFI is going to be great. It's going to be a decent swing for at least July. If you want to hold them long, their pipeline looks good. I really like, so some good cancer stock stuff to look out for is if you're looking for stocks that deal in that type of stuff, try to find ones that are stimulating the body to do stuff versus like using outside stuff to try to remove tumors. Usually the ones that stimulate the body and help with the anti-suppression properties of the body to keep cancer from suppressing their immune system, that's going to be your best bet, because there's a lot of research to show that's going to be the best way for treatment for cancer, especially because it's a lot less damaging to the body too. So that's why I really like INFI, because they're dealing a lot in that. What do you think of CTRM? CTRM is like kind of right now. I'm not super high in them since they did their split, the reverse split. Just because there's a bunch of options, it doesn't really mean much for me, DJ. I'm not super high in SNDL. They haven't done too much for me recently to be very good on them. I know they get memed a lot though, so there's potential usually. Yeah, Atos is also good because it's topical, I believe, is one of their main things. And then I like them because of the COVID spray. COVID spray could be huge. That's why I have a $100 price target on them. MRIN breakout today? We're going to hope. I mean, it's holding a good channel. I like this price right here. This price right here is great. Like I said, if we hold here, I could see us going into possibly hitting 30 tomorrow without shorts covering. XPEV. Let's take a look. So I do like XPing in general. Oh, they got squeezed up a little bit today. They said they'll give investor options. That's probably why they're up a bit. The thing is, they do waves, so you can play this in waves. Like when I hit this dip at 40, you could sell it up here around like 44, hit it back at 42 to 46. There's always a good swing play. I honestly haven't looked into the company too much to see their long term, but I mean, if they can rival some of what Neo has in their market share and compete more, especially in Asian countries, I think that would be big for them. And they could start holding like 50s, 60s. Dude, you gotta play it how you play it. I've always thought the mentality of getting mad at somebody for taking profits is dumb. Like, I really don't care. That's why I don't like meme stocks, because everybody's like, oh, we gotta be in it for each other and everything, which is like a cool sentiment, but first and foremost, you're in the market to make money for yourself. Like, I'm not gonna rely on somebody else to make my money. It's either I make my money or I don't. That's why I got really into like studying stuff and trying to help people and stuff. Follow some of your stocks on watch list and it's doing great. Oh, sweet, William. Nice to hear that, dude. Glad to help, dude. Yeah, I got into this because I was following people and it was not going well. And I also saw like a lot of YouTubers, like I would analyze their videos and either there wasn't a lot of research in the company, so it didn't really give me value, or they were just like pumping stuff they already had, obviously. So I didn't like that at all. Good time to get Neo. Just looking for a quick day trade. The volume in RSI says no. I don't know if I day trade Neo. I do have a price target of them hitting like 50 to 55 by their Neo day though. If you're looking to day trade this, I'd look for a pop under 50 and see if it can reverse under 50, but it really just depends. I don't think they got any PR, did they? No. CCXI's news is great. I think they can hold above $20 to $30 in the next few months before it gets to that October area. It's going to be good. It'll probably do cycles though, so you could probably sell out some of your position if you're up, get a profit, and buy back in lower. Yeah, no problem, William. Appreciate you guys. Diamond hand culture is stupid. No, I mean, I don't think that. I think the people that are delusional about it is unhealthy. Like the people that are like, oh, this is going to this price target, don't sell beforehand, or you're like betraying everybody. Like that's just toxic. It's like, nah, dude, if I'm up like 10 grand, I'm taking some profit. There's no way. Like, I'm not gonna let my stuff drop. It's just dumb. I want to check it out CCIV. How are they doing? Ooh. Nice. That was a good bounce to get in. So I think they'll be 30 to 35 before their merger vote date and everything. That's what AMC and GME is doing, giving price targets 10 million share. Yeah, that's stupid. Like even MRIN, I saw some price targets of like 3 grand, and I'm like, this is dumb. I don't care what math you're doing. That's not going to happen. That's why I think MRIN has like maybe $100 in it, depending on the when shorts cover, and that's about like it. MRIN price predictions for the end of the week. I don't really have any right now. It really just depends on how the short stuff changes. I don't know where it could be end of the week, because I think when it squeezes, it'll be fast. So I don't know when it'll happen. I do have BCTX. I've done a video on BCTX. I think they can be solid. I like their treatments they're doing. They're pretty good. That was the one, I believe that was the company that had the, like, a woman had like orbital cancer from like her breast cancer, and they like cured pretty much all of it, right? Like that was wild. I think they're going to be really good. CCI is going to have strong pullback once the ticker change. Probably, but I think there's going to be run up to the merger vote, and then there's going to be a little bit more of a run up to the ticker change, or like run up after the ticker change for like a few for hype, and then that's it. Ticker changes are usually like bullish for a few. If MRIN pierces 26, how much will it pump? I don't know how much it'll pump, but I think it'll support there if it breaks 26. I was never really super high in ITRM. That was like a Reddit thing too that I wasn't too fond of. I looked into them and I wasn't very high in some of their stuff. I know they were looking for FDA approval, but didn't they get it rejected? Meme price targets are just get naive new investors. Oh, I know, dude. It's 100% like YouTube and Reddit thread clickbait. That's also why, like, if you go back on my videos, I think I did one video on AMC and GME, and that was back in, like, February. And that was, like, when GME squeezed for the second time up. Like, it ran, like, 230% in one day or something stupid. It was dumb. What if there's going to be an end-of-day sell-off like the past 2 trading days for MRIN? Well, I don't know. Well, you can't really count Friday because it's a Friday going into a 3-day weekend. That, and they got shorted at the end. That looked like it was in the data where it got shorted, especially with it going up after hours, so... Alright, so we've lost 86,000 shares borrowed, so that's probably why it's holding. So a few shorts are covering now. But we're still 190% short. Interest is a lot. Big wall 25 at the moment. Yeah, you're right. 12,000. You know what I might do? I might move my camera and stuff to the left side for you guys, so you guys can see the order data. There we go. How's this look? Do you guys like this, or do you want it just in the right corner still? If shorts are covering, why is the price not moving up? Well, I mean, the price is moving up. There was only like 80,000 shorts that covered or whatever, though. It wasn't a lot. This looks better. Okay, here, I'll move the social thing too, so it's not like, oh, wrong thing. 100 fucking no. I used to play Guitar Hero on Twitch. Bro, I don't even know where my thing is now. There we go. I forgot I even had that video in here still. Yeah, so I used to stream on Twitch and just play Guitar Hero. All the time. That's what I did for like 2 years. Nice. Where's my thing? There we go. That was great. That was so Clone Hero, it's like a fan-made version of Guitar Hero, and you can add like custom charts, and it's like way better in the games, but it runs on PC. That's what it was. Yeah, Guitar Hero break at lunch. Any prediction about INFI? I think it has a good chance between like $3.50 and $4 by end of month, end of July. Oh, that was funny. Ooh, you know what I can do? Wait, okay, do we have that? Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, you're right. The socials are down a little low. I don't know why they're doing that. There we go. Make sure I check my messages real quick. Sorry. I've got like I said, I got a couple people in DMs that hit me up for some stuff, so I just want to make sure I respond to them too, even while I'm streaming. There we go. Sending triangles forming. Hopefully, dude. Let's see what we got. Let's, here, I'll place a triangle actually, and we can see. Oh, I kind of messed it up. Let me refresh while it doesn't save. I don't know if it'll save that or not, because it... Okay, it's, oh well, we don't really need the squeeze anymore. I have the video footage of it, we don't need it. So we've got... I'm gonna look for it to follow roughly that. I think it's gonna be more of this pattern though. So we'll go here and see what it does. If some shorts are covering me, well, why aren't the price moving up? Because there's a ton of shorts covering, but the price is slowly going up. It's consolidating. So like there was over 19 million shares sold short, and there was only like 80,000 that covered. And this was probably the start of the trend here that they did it. They probably covered when I hit this area because they were smart and they were like, oh, we don't want to play the top. But the thing is, the more that some shorts cover, the more that some are more likely to borrow again when it goes to a top. So that's something to keep an eye out for too. It's lit though. I'll go over some price ranges on this trend line here in a second for downside. So what's the RSI indicator you use on TradingView? So I downloaded one so people can code theirs. This one's RSI-VWAP indicator by ZaviZ. So the RSI is more intraday weighted than it is based on. So normal RSI is based on intraday alongside the closing of the previous days. So it's a little more like less stringent on the day. RSI VWAP is more intraday, which is why I like it. Downside for the stock I'm seeing right now, if this follows the line, is 23.55, by the way, for anybody looking. That would mean by the time we get around to lunch, we could be seeing, if it staircases right, at 25.80. I think that's going to be a little steep, so we're probably going to look more like this, I think. So downside could be about 22.92, maybe. You'd be playing ORF for European approval, so that's on you if you want to wait that long. European approval could be end of year. They're looking for December, I think. But FDA is definitely not coming for like at least like 8 to 12 months, I think, for them to resubmit or anything, let alone get approval. All this depends. MWWC is soaring. Let's hope it lasts. Let's see. Marketing worldwide core. Oh, OTC market. Okay. Can I look at Alf? Yeah, I'll check it in a second for you. TGLS. Hey, thank you, Kathleen. Appreciate you. CYDY. Oh, let me go back and get that in a second too. I gotta scroll up in chat. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't check OTC market too much. That's the only issue with this, but this looks hella cheap. I mean, this looks like you just YOLO in like, I don't know, like 20 bucks and you get what, 2,000 shares and just let it sit. That's what I would do with OTC. Just throw like 20, 30 bucks here and there and just hope for something. Just go off of whatever, something like, ARK or somebody's investing heavy in. This looks like it's on the bottom. If you're into OTC, this might be good, but OTC is very like stringent on making sure you confirm strength too. That's what you need to look for. Alf, I think, was on a low today that it could have been pretty solid. Why is this? My keyboard's not wanting to work for me. I keep getting these alerts and it's screwing up. All right. I like PLTR. I've got an older video on it around the CEO. Sold a bunch of shares, but they look solid. Yeah, this is consolidating. I think if you can probably get in under 15 today if you want more or want to start. I like this though. You can Alpha is definitely one of those ones you can ride waves on. These are my favorite types of stocks to go that you can go long and then you can sell in waves. So like you could buy here at the low, sell up here. You could buy here, you get into peak, sell off, wait for it to bottom out, buy here. Even from 11 to 13 you could have sold, made a few bucks. Could have went from 11 to here and made a couple bucks. Obviously if you buy around here and wait for it to run, you get up to 20. You buy down at 15, get up at 22. Like these stocks have so much potential. You just gotta find the good ones. The bear thesis on MRIN is that it would drop, but I don't think it would drop below like 15 as of right now. You need a lot for that to happen. And then we had TGLS. Yeah, I'm used to streaming from Twitch. That's how I got really into chat interaction. It's nice too once in a while. I just don't have time to live stream it all too much until I can do this full time. That's why I've got the Patreon and stuff set up, because if I do the Patreon and the YouTube, I'd be making about the same amount as my job if I could fill up some spots on the Patreon. And I know some people have been asking for like one-on-one support, so that gives them the option too. I just unfortunately don't have the time, otherwise I'd be willing to sit down with anybody and do their port whenever I can. So TGLS is 1994. There's a high 2355 since June 1st. This looks like another one you could probably ride in waves. I'd say under 20 is probably safe. It looks like it goes above 20 a lot. So if you can get under 20, this might be a good swing over time to get a few bucks up, that kind of thing. Yo, what's up, Pizza? What's the purple line on the chart? So this is just like a RSI. So you can see the RSI difference between RSI VWAP, how it's slightly different. So like see over here when it was oversold, this was it ranging in the middle. So you're gonna take your Patreon one-on-one? Yeah, I'll be waiting for a cart. Yeah, I've got a few different ways on there. So whatever you want to learn, or if you just want to deep dive, whatever you want, dude. I'm down to help you guys out. I just don't want to do paywalls behind like watch lists or anything like that. So I don't think that'll ever be a thing. I'm still working on my free ebook too, so whenever I have that out, I'll probably put that as like a thing in the Discord and all that. Hopefully at that point we can get Discord partners, so I can just have it uploaded in there so anybody can come in and download it. But that's the like pipeline. And then if I went full time, I would be looking towards getting a website up with like a full like research article thing. So like every single stock I cover, especially like pharma stocks, I would have full web pages where they would each have like breakdowns of like stocks I'm covering, why I have price targets, the math behind the price targets, or market cap, different things like that. And then I'll have all the resources link, basically how the descriptions of my YouTube videos are, but like on long form articles to match the YouTube if you want to read into it alongside the video and reference back later, that kind of thing. So that's like the long-term plan for everything. That's what I want to do with stuff over time. Take a look at S. NOVN. I really like NOVN. I've covered them a few times. I think it's more of a slow mover, but you're probably chill for a while. Let me check S and I'll look at NOVN. I heard about Sentinel-1 a while back. They look solid down here, but I think they've ripped too much. I'd wait for a pullback. You might see pullback around this gap up from 46. That'd be a good way to start, just like around this area. And you might see that, because, I mean, that was literally back today that gapped up, so you could be seeing that pull back to there or under. That's what I'd look for. And OVN, I have at least a 40 plus price target on them when they start getting more data and everything. Very long term, like in a couple years, I could see them over 90, but right now I've got them around like 45 shorter term in the next year or so, hopefully. They just need like some good data out and getting more commercialization and stuff like that. That would be their biggest asset at the moment. So that's what I'd be looking for on NOVS. Yeah, so those of you that are what was I even gonna say? I keep thinking what I was saying. Yeah, so those of you that are trying to get in NOVN, I would get in here under 10. This is a pretty good spot. That's what I meant. I don't know why I couldn't get that out. This is what happens when I click off my monitor and try to get back over. Yeah, we're kind of chilling on everything, man. This is all looking good. We'll double check here stuff in a minute too. Oh, my song ended. Let me pull up another song real quick for you guys. It wanted to cancel on me. I'm gonna go get a drink here in a minute too, and to give me another energy drink because I'm on like 3 hours of sleep, dude. I stayed up with the pre-market run, and then I slept 3 hours, got up for this stuff, and then I just hopped on stream. So, this one's a good. There we go. So MRIN's still chilling. They hooked under 24. See, more shares were borrowed again, like another like 16K or whatever. See, they just keep doing it in cycles. When one covers, the other goes through. This is the chemocentric stuff for you guys if you're unaware. There's a new drug application, which is pretty nice. But see, this is why I said that long term they'd be good. They dropped from 47 literally down to 10 within like 3 days. Like, you're sitting at lows that we hadn't seen since like December. So this is a pretty good one for long, even with today's run. But like, I would wait for it to pull back now, obviously. What's the short interest on AMC? It's not a lot. Last time I checked, I'm pretty sure it was under 20%. Yeah, it's 18.25%. Only a 32,000 share difference today. Any stock recommendations? I don't normally have stock recommendations. I can't really recommend stuff to you, but I've got a watch list that's in the Discord if you want to see what stuff I'm looking at for a certain month and why. That'll usually be your best bet to do that. Also, on my YouTube, on my community tab, I posted a screenshot of that yesterday as well. These are some vibes, dude. Let's head back over to MRIN real quick. It's still kind of following this trend, so we'll see how it goes. Possible downside on this still is around roughly just under $3 or $23. No problem, Fish. Yeah, NOVN's a good one. I've got a couple videos on the channel going with them too if you want to check them out. I did an original video and then I did a follow-up so far. So anything I cover, sometimes I'll follow them up. This is, I think MRIN is the most I followed up on, but usually most of my videos that are really like into like data or that have some good news or bad news, I try to follow up on. Nice, William. Yeah, I can't believe CCXI already hit my price target today for the month. That was crazy. Because they were, what, like under 15 on Friday, I think? Yeah, they're sitting around 14 right now. Friday, they were 13. I'm pretty sure on Weeble they had it. It hit like 1850 at one point. Or 1820, something like that. What's the likelihood of the squeeze for MRIN, or the squeeze is happening at the moment? The likelihood is extremely high, and no, it is not happening yet. This is all like FOMO buying. Literally no significant amount of the shorts have covered at all. Hasn't happened. We're gonna move this trend line up too. Let me delete this actually. We're gonna draw a new one just in case. All right, so we might be seeing it fill this out. I think it's actually going to be angled down like this a little bit. So this would be closer to 10 a.m. my time, which is noon. So we can start seeing it move out more towards here. So it's important when you're setting these up like timelines. Like this would be about 1 p.m. Eastern. Or I think, am I in Eastern? I don't even know what time frame I'm in. Yeah, so this would be about 1 p.m. Eastern based on my time. It's 11 a.m. for me is 1 p.m. Eastern. So, hey, good morning, Candy. Maybe this is a pre-market. I checked my phone at 4:50 and it was over 20%. Yeah, dude, it had a great pre-market today. That's why I'm not worried about the price right now. Discord is basically an app, James, where you have like a big server thing. There's not a way for me to show right now, but basically it's like a big community category. Think like Reddit, but there's categorized things. Kind of like, think like Reddit with, you know, like categories. So instead of like a whole bunch of different threads, each thing is like, oh, this is a watch list. And then this is a thread for people to talk. And here's just announcements for the admin and stuff. Like it's just set up like that. It's pretty simple though. Here, I can show you a, let me see if there's anything crazy. I'll just do it with my price list. So I can post stuff like this in the Discord. This is kind of the layout of it. It'll show you people online and stuff too. There. That'll give you kind of an idea of how Discord looks. So you've got like stuff like, I've got auto bots that post market news and stuff. You can see my watch list and stuff there. Some of these people got like thick Thanos grinning at the stock list, so use emotes to react to stuff. It's pretty nice. Starting Discord, it's a little overwhelming at first. Yeah, you just gotta get used to it for a bit. There's a lot of stuff that can go into it. New Hampshire, does California wake up later and it go back up? Well, no. Usually what happens is there's just people that come in after lunch, especially going into power hour. Especially if there seems like there's going to be a continuation day to day, people will get in last minute day to day for possibly getting in before it's higher the next day. So, but that's also part of it, is West Coast might not be up, so they usually just buy in after lunch. You got to factor in day traders too. Some day traders prefer morning, some prefer later in the day. It really all depends. Or some will even day trade where they'll buy in the morning and sell later, or vice versa. Just really all is like, it depends on the person, really. We're just chilling. I'm just trying to see if there's like anything significant for this right now. I don't know if it'll move too much here besides fill out this. Just muting half the channels. Yeah. So you can mute the main stock chat and everything, but if you want market news, just leave market news and like the watch list and announcements unmuted. Those are usually the easiest. Market news can be a little overwhelming if stuff's popping off, but like if you really want the news, that'd be the best way. All right, guys, I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. I will be right back. Oh, man. Marin RSI looking really good. Yeah, this is very oversold. It's it's at a 1.35. Let's see. Yeah, so you can see it more in depth right here on the day chart. It's very low. I would be surprised if we don't see 24 again soon. So the way Patreon works is you would sign up to pay monthly. You can cancel before the next month if you wouldn't want to keep doing it. But basically the way the Patreon works, I have two things. The first one would be, so I have it discounted right now. Normally it's going to be like 300, I think, per month for somebody. So basically the $300 one would be, you get like a 1.5 hour video session with me to go over your port and see possibly how we could look at reallocating your port. If you have questions of where possible good buy and sell points on stuff you're already holding or new positions, I'll go over that with you in the call, give you notes, give you some charts and screenshots, that kind of thing. We'll kind of work out a strategy for you for the month and try to get your port rebounded to a direction that you want. It'll be more hands-on than normal than like a watch list and stuff. And then what it'll do is we'll have weekly check-ins and DMs where you send me like your stuff going on and we'll go from there. Hey, thank you for the $2, Candy. I appreciate you. And then, yeah, so that one would be that way. And that would be like basically hands-on helping your stuff with the whole month. But it's discounted to $240 for this month and next month right now to get it started and see if some people like it. And then the other one's going to be $40 on sale right now. It'll probably be $50 long term, but $40 for the first 2 months of doing. We can get in a call for like 30 to 40 minutes. We'll go over like if you want to learn technical analysis like this, I'll kind of go over it with you hands-on in video chat. Or we can do like say if you want to go on like a stock screener or something like that, like anything you want to learn, we can kind of go over in a topic and I'll kind of teach you that process. like in a video chat real quick in the call. That's how it'll work. But I wanted to set up on a Patreon because I had a few people ask about it. A few people are out of the United States and they don't have access to Venmo or PayPal or anything. And so I wanted an easier way to do it. So this kind of helps a middle ground for everybody. And then I can keep track of who's going. It can give you a Discord role. So you have like a little extra stuff in the Discord too, that kind of stuff. What do you think of the Wish hype? I'm not super high on it. I just think too many people are in it. It's very crowded. That's why I'm kind of avoiding it. BSQR Ortex. BSQR. It's 79%. I mean, it's high, but it's not like super crazy right now. I don't know if it'll squeeze or anything. I wouldn't bank on it. I'm done with that where I am. I'm gonna sign for at least a $40 one. Thanks, man. Yeah, no problem, Fish. Yeah, it's trying to help you guys out. And like I said, the more people I have doing that, it's more consistent than YouTube stuff, obviously. But combined, I'm more likely to go full time. Oh, there was more shares borrowed. So we're only down to 61,000 less shares borrowed. So there was more possible shorting when this went down again. Now it looks like it's coming back up, which is nice. Sorry, messaging somebody that couldn't be in the stream. Help him out with this. Sending trials for me? Yeah. Have you looked into Streamlytics? I haven't looked into them, no. What do they do? I'm assuming a streaming service. Yeah, Alpha's probably going to be a good short-term and long-term play. Like I said, finding one of those dime a dozen like long-term plays that also swings short is going to be your friend. So usually I'll try to get a really low average. I'll sell like 60 to 80% of my position, and then I'll keep like 20% in for a low average, so that even if it doesn't fall exactly where I'm at, I'm barely averaging up from where I was. So I'm not re-entering the position and getting a high average. I'll leave some of that lower amount in to keep it going. I've taught a few people that in the Discord, and a lot of people have been finding success with that. We don't gotta reference other stuff like that, William. I mean, stuff happens. Like I said, I used to stream full time on Twitch. That stuff will get aggravating. I know how it goes, especially when you've got so many people in your streams and stuff. But I don't imagine I'll like freak out for stuff like this. I don't have too many issues with that. That's why I put like music and stuff like this on during the day too. Like it helps me keep me chill for the day and stuff. Just in like in Discord. All right, Josh. Sounds good, mate. Did you just ping me with it? Is that what you did? Let me see. Helps reclaim data ownership and monetize it. When is it supposed to go live? Does it say? Oh, Star Engine. Oh, okay. I mean, that could be nice if you can get in early. That looks interesting. I'll pin that for later to check it out so I don't lose it. That's strange that Al CEO buying back shares after IPO. It's not really strange. It just means they have a huge confidence in their cash flow, which is good. That's very bullish for the future. That's also why I'm high in them long and for short, because you've got the setup where they are basically in the position where their flow is going to be even smaller than it was, and it's already tiny. So it's going to be where if there's gets like good bullish runs on Alf, it would run pretty hard, easy. Will do, Josh. Yeah, just send me a DM later and remind me in case I forget. It says Watt plus security 3 apps will be removed. I would know anything about that, Richard. Are you sure it's not like your antivirus like falsely flagging something? Like, is it too strict? If you're clicked directly on the Discord link, you shouldn't have any issues at all. You can download it on your phone too. Discord should not have removed any apps, no. That sounds like a security thing with your either firewall or antivirus. What's our short percentage at now? Has it changed? 193 still. That's not bad. We're still extremely oversold, dude. This is getting down to... This is negative oversold almost based on volume. That usually just means it's very low float. So we're chilling. I mean, it's getting in towards that lunchtime dip, so... Still filling the triangle good, though. Potential downside right now is going to be 22.25 and then 21.80 that we're looking for. Is it really going to be covered? Well, if it tells you anything, AMC has less than a 20% short interest and this has 200%. So that's going to be your main difference right now between the two. This is also way lower float, so you need less people holding to influence the stock. I was never super high on AMC after it ran up the big first time. I didn't expect it to go past 35 and it went up higher. Not that like I was like wanting people to lose money. It was just like it seemed unlikely and that people wouldn't take profit the longer it goes on. Because, you know, people are impatient, especially with the meme BS. So, yo, Ape, thank you for the $10, dude. I appreciate it. It's really generous. What percentage of MRIN is owned by institutions? So the last monthly update was about 12%. I think it's going to be about 20 to 25% right now. And then the insiders own a large chunk. So between retail and insiders, it's like the last like 70 to 80%. I think insiders is like 20 to 35%, somewhere in there. It's a large number. For sure, Ape. I'm glad you're learning, dude. That's the whole goal, so. If the Wall Street bets hype would get in with the shorts that to cover in one day. I mean, if they had crazy volume, I could see some covering and it going up, and then I'm sure it would double down and get shorted more. So it would just keep doing an endless cycle. So it's really just whoever's gonna... It's literally just a game of chicken like I compared it to before. It's just whoever cowers down first, really. Been trading under 3 months and made 366 on Marin today. Nice, dude. Where's the current short interest? Still high? Yeah, it's still 193% for MRIN. It's significant. So basically, anybody that doesn't realize what this means, for every share that is shorted, to pay this back right now, shorts would need to pay about $1, or not $1. They would need to pay the equivalent of 1.9 shares, and they have to pay it at market price. And a lot of these shorts are stuck under... The majority of shorts are stuck under this 15 area. They're way down here. All of this is shorts that are squeezed out. There's the next portion up is going to be about 21 and down here. And then whatever it did today. But there's only like 500K today. So the majority of the shorts are 21.8 and under. It's pretty much almost all the shorts. So they're all underwater right now. Like, really bad. Oh, that's solid, Dill. Let's go for what, Richard? Can insiders sell any time? It depends on the restrictions they have on them and how newly acquired the shares are. But I doubt they would dump on people like that. Usually insiders hold their stuff because there's incentive too. And there's tax basis for why you wouldn't want to sell. What do you guys think? Do you think there's another run today? I want your guys' opinion for once. You think we have another run? If so, where do you think we hit? Isn't Ortex T+2? Well, no. So this update's pretty real time. So like you'll see during the day, this will fluctuate a lot. This actually, I think T+2 is to be extremely accurate, but this is almost completely accurate on live. It's like this is live short interest data. See, so numbers are reset at 6 a.m. Eastern each day, and new numbers start coming in after 8 a.m. Eastern, and it gives you updates throughout the day. That's like a misconception a lot of people have with Ortex. I don't know where that started. Looks like it goes up $5 a day. Now I reckon max 24. I think y'all will run 25 end a day. 100% $27 plus. So there are a few more FOMO buying for MRIN, so should I buy some today? I mean, it really just depends on your risk management right now, dude, and your average. I wouldn't be doing more than you could be willing to gamble right now either. Yeah, there's a drop in volume. I think this is fine. There's also, it's only at 30 million volume today. So this is like almost a third of what it averaged on, I don't remember what it averaged on Friday, but it had over 100K on Friday, so. Or 100 million, not 100K. 100K would be extremely low. This RSI says normal, but this one says oversold. I think the Weeble one's jacked. Oh wait, that's why I'm on the 1 hour chart. There we go. How high you reckon it can go? I don't think it goes below 20. No way. It would have to have a crazy sell-off. I don't think it's gonna happen. There's a lot of people paying attention to this now too. I know a lot of people have been watching my video recapping this whole thing and just realizing how bad the situation is for shorts. So I think that's been a big part of it. There's a few different YouTubers that I've seen getting videos out now, albeit some of their information is inaccurate, which I don't like, but it is what it is. There's more attention on the stock. You can't really expect everybody to get accurate info all the time. I know I screw up sometimes, so I mean, it is what it is. But the way this is filling out, I see a downside of maybe just under 22 and an upside to possibly retest the high today. That's where I'm looking. Yeah, a lot of people are sharing it around. It really just depends. The community on StockTwits and Reddit's growing too. Like the MRIN's Reddit gained like 500 people over the weekend or something like that, I think. It's still filling out this area good. I think it's going to start reversing here soon and get to 24. It needs to retrace back about here is what I'm looking for. Just in this little area. Yeah, I'm not super high in MMAT right now. Their management kind of screwed a lot of people after the merger. So until they show otherwise, I'm not very high in them. I can't bring myself to even look at a company until their management's not trying to screw people. The company could be great, but they don't have investor interest in mind if they're going to pull stuff like that. So they could rug pull you anytime. You think the volume on MRIN is down because some people still on vacation? I mean, it could be. I mean, it just really depends, dude. I mean, it's up a lot still for the day. The issue is there's a lot of people jumping on other stuff and trying to get sympathy plays and getting the next MRIN, but they don't realize MRIN's literally not even close to being done. So, yeah, I've made a video on PRVB. It's actually, I think that's like one of my lower view videos too, which I would have figured there would have been a lot more people, but you know. Here, let me pull up my channel. I'll get you a video on it. My video I did. Yeah, I think if PRVB gets FDA approval, they'd be easy 25 plus. That's where I had them. Yeah, so this video still got like under 400 views. That's how little amount of people actually pay attention to PRVB. It's kind of crazy. I just use a guide. I don't know if it's a guy. I should stop saying that. I use this artist Lo-Fi Geek. If you go in my description for this video, my other videos, you'll see their like socials linked in there. It's all copyright free, but it's good. +1,000 viewers. What are you seeing, bro? I think we've got like maybe 200 people in here, which is wild. I appreciate you guys watching, but I remember doing streams back in like, I think March. I did streams March and April, and I think I was lucky to get 15 people watching streams, dude. It's crazy. And I was doing like live trading and stuff then too. I wasn't even just watching charts. Why did it jump so much pre-market? A lot of hype going off of the weekend, and people want to get in the stock early, and then it kept driving it. And then I think some shorts covered in the pre-market before they shorted again at the peak. So yeah, no problem, Kali. Oh yeah, thank you guys for 3,000 subs too. We just hit that last night. It's one of my favorite songs by Lo-Fi Geek. This song is so good. It was one of the first videos. It was one of my first Fisker videos I used this song. What do you think about it now? I think ALZN should be fine. They're preclinical, so they're going to have a long run-up. They just filed for their preclinical trials, though. They just need to get to the point where they start getting data out, which could be months or a couple years, maybe. But preclinicals are like more of a gamble to invest in, but when it's this low, I don't see a point not to, especially under 10. Exactly, Dave, yeah. Now would probably be the best time compared to ever to get in PRVB. You'd want to hold it long, though. I mean, there's potential you'll get profit before then, but if you buy now and hold most of this until they go to submit for FDA again and they actually get FDA approval at some point in the next year, that's going to be like a stupid price. You buy in like the 5s or 6s, it gets FDA and you go over 20, that'd be nice. Yeah, I do have a video on CCXI. I have a couple actually. Hold on. Yeah, if you search CCXI, I was like the top video for myself. I don't know about anybody else. I don't think anybody's really covered it. This is my latest CCXI video though. I cover a lot of this kind of pharma stuff. There you go. Vibing, dude. CCXI still potentially getting FDA approved tomorrow? Yeah, potentially. I would make sure you get profits out of it before then. Well, no, no, they can't tomorrow. Sorry. I'm going off the old stuff. So they just submitted new stuff to get FDA approval going into October now. So that's no longer a play for this month, and that's why it ran so much, because it gives more time for like them to get the data and the FDA to review the new data. And it's more bullish because it's possible they are more likely to get approved with the extra data and forms filed. And this also goes into where this has a longer run up, so we could possibly be seeing like $20 to $30 from it before October, which would be nice. Which vid, David? Which one? It's been all at work. Good stream. Study your channel on Discord. Yo, thank you, Joker's Grin. Appreciate you, dude. Hope work's going well. Thoughts on Ethereum Classic and ETH going to ETH 2.0? I mean, it could be good for Ethereum Classic, but I'm not a huge fan of Ethereum Classic. The other thing you got to keep in mind is ETH pushed back their stuff. They're going to be very late. I think Cardano is going to start taking over more of the market cap as they get Alonzo and smart contracts and all that more live. They're already in the testing phase, and the estimate is they have Alonzo, smart fork, and all that live in August. So if that comes out and there's smart contracts on Cardano, I see a lot of devs starting to move towards Cardano more, especially with ETH pushing back their stuff more. Hey, welcome in, Richard. No, CCXI isn't doing the stuff tomorrow. Now it's going to October. That's why it ran to 18 today. It's still up, though. That's what I'm saying. If you want to get your profits on CCXI now, you can, and then you can buy back when it goes lower later. But there's no guarantee that it goes all the way back. I'm sure it'll run cycles, but I mean, you could FIV it. Yeah, it's not bad news. It just means it has a longer run up where it can go higher price before they get approved, which is even better. Your mom's buying it now for what, Richard? For MRIN? This would be the pullback you want to do it if you're doing it. It's filling out this. I might have my triangle too high though. This might be more like this, depending. Yeah, closer to the end of the day, like right there. It might fill out that more. This would put downside. This would make sense to downside it here though. So that's fine. So we're still looking around 21.82. So like just under $22 for possible downside. Is the other thing too, when you draw your line, sometimes it's not going to fill out. And I think it's fine to adjust your stuff a little bit to be more accurate. Like you're not always going to be perfect. Where am I from? I'm in Colorado. Is this short data update at all? Think about MVIS. I think a lot of people talk about it. I don't know if there's anything significant to say about it really. See what the price looks like. Yeah, I mean, it's up a little bit. I don't know if I'd be buying here above 16. I'd probably wait. I mean, it does a lot of waves where it can go under 16. So you can get lucky and get that in. I mean, it's at a bottom for the past couple of months, but that doesn't mean it's going to rebound. I mean, if you look back at the beginning of the year or even like a month and a half ago, it was under 12 or at 12. And then April, it was down to like $10. So it does cycles. It's one of those ones you can play in cycles over a couple different months, but I'm not sure how I feel on them long term right now. MRIN might dip into 22 for a second here. SoFi is still extremely oversold. This is going to be a good one for sure. Sorry, your volume's out? Yeah, I was asking what you were looking for the potential on 50 for. You talked about MRIN. So when they started covers, is something that happens all in one day? I would imagine it would happen all in one day, but I mean, they could be stupid and double down after some cover and some more short. So it really just depends on what they do. Best case scenario, FOMO keeps buying it up, shorts keep holding it, some start covering, some keep doubling down, and it just keeps resetting the cycle every single day. Yeah, sometimes the people are nice. It depends on where you're from. I used to live in North Carolina. People from there are really nice. You like walk down the road and some people will wave at you. It just depends on like what area you're in. All depends. This resistance looks more like it should be here too. Be something like that. And then we're gonna adjust this a little more. That looks about right. There we go. If it was 22.25, that'd be great. Yeah, I mean, it'd be higher than Friday's close. So, I mean, that's all you can ask for, right? North Carolina? Yeah, North Carolina's great, dude. I don't think I've ever been to Emerald Isle, but yeah. It's Lo-Fi Geek is the artist. If you look them up on YouTube or if you go in my description, there's links for their stuff. It's pretty much all I use in my videos and on streams and stuff. I love them. They're on Spotify too, I think. Yeah. They also do like live mixes too. So if you ever just want to like turn on their stuff while you're going, they usually have a few different streams of different kind of vibes going on. No problem, Colby. I just want to see if it fills into this triangle more going into the end of the day. Yeah, this looks way more accurate. I just had my resistance too high earlier. It happens. I'll see about getting an MRIN update video out later today too, if this goes well. What else we got going on? Yeah, I'll probably do this. I don't know what other content I would put out today. I'd have to figure it out. So it's gonna PureV or CCXI I better buy for a long-term hold. I mean, both have good upside. CCXI is still trading under 10 though, and it dropped from 40 or 50, so that might have more higher, or it was trading under 10 before today anyway. That might have a higher upside before they run up more than PRVB might. So if you're looking for a long-term like profits, that might be a better one. Yeah, for sure, Colby. It is what it is. It happens. I mean, this is still good for MRIN. They also have like very where did my VWAP indicator go? What the? They also have low volume and extremely oversold, so they're chilling here at this price. I don't mind this at all. It's filling like into this wedge. If we get close to here, we'd be looking for here, and if it doesn't follow this, it means it's just gonna fill out on this bottom line and just completely ignore this trend. So we'll see what it does. No, not really. Basically, the shares that were returned have been borrowed back out, so we're about the same. We're at 193% short interest. So could Atos hit 100 by end of year? I don't think by end of year. The reason why I even have a $100 target on them is because their breast cancer stuff looks good and their COVID stuff, it seems like it's working from some of their data possibly. So if they get both of those out, that's easy $100. There's no way, dude. Especially because COVID spray would be way more use case than other stuff potentially. Big corrections in the market. S&P on its historical high. I think there's going to be pullback on the main market roughly within like a month or so. That's my opinion. There's one of the mods in my Discord. His name is Cole Spotty. So if you're in there, you'll see him once in a while. He does a lot of analysis on the macro scale of the market a lot of the time. And so he is generally very good at that stuff. And so you should see some stuff there. But he has a lot of stuff in general where that stuff comes to fruition quite often for stuff. His charts were showing it too, though. I think he's talking about putting some SPY puts out soon. Smart money sold into not so smart money. I mean, it's whatever. I was watching you stream and you were like, anyone in the stock shorts are covering. What? I have no idea what you're saying, Roni. Sorry. Zella a buy now? I mean, it could be if you're trying to swing it. I don't know how I feel about them long right now. EPD long-term dividend stocked. I don't usually check a lot of long-term. If you want a good long-term, I'd look at BEP though. This looks like it's bouncing off a low. This is a really good one. They do renewable energy and they're trying to expand their port, and they're pretty cheap right now, but they pay dividends as well. But renewable energy, the stock price could go up too. See, it does a lot of cycles, so even if you don't want the dividend, you could probably swing it for cycles. That one's a good one. NVIDIA target raised to 950. So some other group did 1,000, and KeyBank Capital Markets did 950. Bro, I swear some of these people watch my videos. There's been, I like, this isn't even me being facetious in any way. I have made a few price targets. Like Fisker, I put at a 40 price target back when it was above 30 or around 30 the first time earlier this year. I put a $40 price target on him, and not even 2 days later, some analysts for a firm put them at $40. And the same BS has happened for other stocks where I'll give like a price target, and then an analyst will come out with a price target a couple days later and puts out a price target that's identical, And like it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know if it's that I'm actually doing my math right, or if somehow they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna check out this like small YouTuber, I'm just gonna rip off their price targets. Sounds right. Well, you know, it's a good time to buy. I mean, you just find it near support. Like for here, you could look for it filling more towards the support. If it's oversold, that's a good indicator. When it's very low volume and going down, that's usually a good sign too. Like this is very low volume. Look at how open was versus like right now for price. It's like not even a fourth of the volume. So like the volume around open was like 4,000 for some of the candles on the 1 minute. And these candles we're lucky to get like a couple hundred right now. Besides like the sell-off / shorting area right here, that was like 7K, 12K. Well, I mean, you can chart on other software and buy in Robinhood. That's what I would recommend anyway. I wouldn't recommend using Robinhood for their charts. When could margin calls happen? It really depends. It depends on the broker, or who's handling their securities. They can margin call anytime if they go deep enough red and they don't look like they have the capital. And then they're also on the restricted list. So if they keep holding up that they can't deliver a certain amount of shares, either due to non-share availability or the people borrowing don't have the money to pay for it, that can last for, I think the estimate's like 21 days. And they're already, this would be like day 6. If they stay in a row for that many days, they would automatically liquidate anybody in violation. Yeah, I mean, I figured this was going to be like a multi-day kind of thing. I don't know if it'll carry on past this week, but it'd be interesting if it does. I mean, it could. I think BlackBerry is just manipulated, especially because it got connected with meme stocks, so I wouldn't personally be in it, but, you know, that's on you. The meaning of synthetic shares, I mean, it just happens when you naked short. So naked short just means it's not covered. That means so like if you do like a covered call or a covered put, you would usually have like at least 100 shares in your account, and then you would be betting against your shares. So if it goes a certain way and somebody exercises a contract that you sold out of or whatever, they would basically have possession of your shares, and you slaughter your shares if you need to do it instead of doing it naked. If you do it naked, you don't have those shares and you never own shares, and you're borrowing hypothetical shares while other people still own it. And that's why the short interest can be higher than the float, is because they don't actually exist. You're just hypothetically saying it with the math that they exist. Yeah. It's like having one car, you go on Facebook Marketplace and 3 people buy it, and all 3 of those people now technically are owned the value of that car, or they're owed, not owned, the value of that car. The utilization was 100. Yeah, 100. Did any of them change? Okay, so now 300,000 shorts have covered. They're trying to do it slow, but the float is still 185% roughly. So, or the whatchamacallit, yeah. Part of the shares covered were probably through this area, like these little uptrends. But we'll see how it goes and progresses. Yo, thank you for the $5, Abe. Is that Abe5 CVN65? I don't know what your full name is. I don't know how that works, but I'm gonna call you Abe. The other just Abe. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you. Much love. Yo, thank you all for chilling in the stream right now too. I appreciate you guys. We're having a good time. Why are some stocks unshortable? I can't remember off the top of my head. There's like specific reasons. I would imagine it would have to do something similar to like options to some extent. Like options, you have to have a certain market cap. I'm sure there's some sort of like restrictions like that. Yeah, Zilla could probably hit $3. Yeah, no problem, Fish. Hopefully PRVB will be good for you later. Sidekick. Sorry, I'm checking the Discord too while we're streaming. That's why I get quiet sometimes. We're still filling this out good though, so this is nice. If this does squeeze, I think it'll squeeze in the next hour 30 maybe. Going up. It really depends though. I mean, that'll be the middle of lunch, so it'll probably be more towards going in after hours. What do you think today MRIN price will end? I think we can hold above 24 going into end is what my goal is. If it gets more of a run, I'm looking for 26. Yeah, no problem, Kali. Yeah, I just saw that in Discord. I don't have time to check like all the intricacies of stuff. I just saw they got a CRL. I didn't get to see the dates and stuff though, so I'm glad somebody else checked it out. Yeah, and Jim Cramer is wrong with like literally almost every single one of his stock picks, so... He's also the same guy that said Bitcoin was trash or whatever, and then was talking about investing in Bitcoin, wasn't he? I'm pretty sure he did that. I mean, I can't tell you when to pull out. That's your thing. I would have told you now. I was following this and telling people to check it out under $3. I would have definitely taken some profit by now. There's no way I would have held this long without taking any profit. Yeah, I think MRIN can open higher, or it can hit at new peaks tomorrow at least. It's definitely going to be manipulated for the stock to try to keep it down, though. They're going to do the best they can to keep this down. Yeah, that could definitely backfire, John. I'd be careful doing that. Yeah, longer consolidation, Alex, especially if it gets tighter, it can squeeze up or down. That's why these flags work, because when you get to the point estimating where you get here, there's a high chance it'll squeeze up if from this or down. That's what it's called. It's like you get it pinched in the wedge. It's kind of like the way you explain it. And if it pinches up, I'm going to expect it to follow this trend line. If it pinches down, this is still going to stay resistance down here. And it's probably going to fall. It would probably fall below this to this line. And this would stay the resistance. So that's what we're looking for. I can't tell you where to buy, Sidekick. It's all about your risk management, especially at this point. You're throwing lotto tickets if you're trying to buy this late and you have no average. That should give you the incentive to get on another platform, Nathan. Like Webull, they have pre-market trading at like 4 a.m. Eastern, so. And you can trade as late as 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. EST. Buy 81 shares at 2360. Been holding since 350 and only took initial investment up 5 or 71%. Yeah, I mean, if you take your initial investment, you're playing with house money. It's literally free money at this point, and you're up a ton. So that's like the position where you don't have to take a bunch of profit. I mean, you took a profit. You know what I mean, though. Yeah, I should tell you something when the entire market's kind of down too, like the DOW, and you're chilling here with this. Like that's a ton. Thanks for everything, bro. Let the channel. Let's get it. Thank you, Slider. Appreciate you, dude. Mic is pretty hot and the audio's clipping. Oh, okay. It might be because I'm closer to the mic. Hold on. Let me do... How's this? Is that good? I turned down the main voice meter stuff. I have it louder for videos because I can hold where I'm going away, but I move around a lot when I'm streaming, so I might do that. Let me know how that is, Scott. Watch your video on INFI. Good stuff. We should begin that announcement later July, right? Yeah, it should be around the 27th. You're all good now? All right, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I was like slightly red. Hold on. There we go. That should be solid right here. Good volume for you guys. There's a ton of you that joined the Discord. Nice. Are we almost at 600 now? Yeah, we're 20 away from 600. Yo, if you're not in the Discord already, make sure you join the Discord and come in and talk to some homies. 615, a good entry for PRVB. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think it'll rebound towards the end of July, some. That'll be nice. I wouldn't expect it to go much lower than 6. I expected it to sit around 6 or 7 if they got rejected today, so. It's pretty easy. They didn't have too much of a downside. Oh, geez, you've only been in the market for a few days, Collie. I forgot you said that before. It's wild seeing where some people are at. Just relax, Elsa. Next time, make sure to average in. You don't want to throw all your money at buy power at once. You want to just put, like... My general rule of thumb is I don't put more than 5 to 20% of my available buy power that I want to put towards something right away. I'll do that for an initial entry, and then as it pulls back, I'll scale down. Reddit doesn't even need to notice really thick. It's just a matter of, like, keeping the volume. It's already almost at 30 million volume for today, which is good. I think we can get to 100 million volume by close. Or going in at close, one of the two. Falling MRIN since 7.5. Nice. Yeah, it's just filling out this flag pretty good. If you guys want to hang on to this and you guys want to see this where it's going, what I can do is I can put this in the Discord. So anybody that's interested, I can save this for you. So you can see where it's supposed to fill out in case, because I might hop off stream for lunchtime and do like I did last week and just come back for close. So I just put that in Discord for y'all. Hey, I'm glad you made it in too, Alex. Nice. I see you got your Discord roll and all that too. Perfect. I found out about MRIN from mainly the Instacart news, and then I saw some volume coming in, and then I told people to watch for pullback under 3, and then it went from 3, and then it went up. That was pretty good. Yeah, pre-market and aftermarket is where most of your money goes in. I can't type right now while I'm trying to... Oh, man. Your portfolio is 68% up since you found the channel. Nice, dude. What all are you in that you followed since you started looking at the videos? I've got some people in the Discord making like 30% month over month. Like the last 2 months consecutively, essentially, besides like it was like April, May, and June, roughly. They had like 20 to 30% each month that they gained. Yeah, pre-market will be solid, I think, too. No, I don't think INFI will have a similar MRIN. No way. Not even close. It'll be solid for the month, though, just for like a safer position. Yo, dude, what? Thank you for the dono in the chat. I just didn't expect that message with it. Which other short flow squeeze potentials are there? Also, how further does MRI have? MRIN has a lot in it that it could go. It has a lot of potential. Short float squeeze potentials. I don't usually follow too many short float, but I think the most promising would probably be Clove. But I don't usually follow other short squeeze stuff. You don't really want to play into short squeezes too much unless it's just there and the volume is there. There's just not anything that's like MRIN right now, in my opinion. This is like a one-of-a-kind kind of situation, especially with no options. So, but yeah, thank you for the chat message, Dono, my friend. Appreciate you. I would really do the most for me. I've only in 5 positions so far. All green, just got on PRVB this AM. Nice. That's awesome, dude. I'm glad to hear it. We're still filling 23. This is fitting this perfectly. Appreciate it, homie. Yeah, like I said, hopefully it's full time. We get to this. If I get full time and I can start investing money again too, I'll do live trading again. I used to show when I actually had stuff in port. I would show my whole portfolio, my gains and losses, and I would do my entire live trading strategy on stream. I did that for like 6 or 7 streams back in like March, April. Those were like 7-8 hour streams or something. Yeah, it could airs. This is Ortex data. Still 185% short interest. There was 989,000 return shares, but 658,000 more borrowed. Oh, gotcha, Kali. What mistakes did you think you were gonna make? Like buying in too fast, or like certain stocks, or? I'm just refreshing stuff on the side and Twitter and stuff, so. No, I wouldn't expect it to go past $100. It wouldn't work like that. The max I would see this going is about $100, like 100 to 120 max. 100 to 120 US dollars anyway. I don't know what it'd be in your currency. What's up with MMAT? It's up 16% while the market is tanking. It's just people looking into it as the balance stuff with TRCH. That's all. I don't like the company. I don't like the management. So elaborate. Well, if all of the shorts covered right now with this flow, I'd be very surprised to see it over $50 to $60. I could see it touching 50, but I don't think it would have strength. The flow isn't that much to where if the short's all covered at once, I don't see it going to 200. It just wouldn't work. And there's no options on this, so you can't like squeeze it up faster with that. It's literally all buying and selling shares. So it's a lot different. Hey, welcome back, Wally. Hope the nap was good. Yeah, I don't know, Ayers, if you've seen some of my videos before, but if you go back to my MRIN playlist, I've predicted almost all of the price action from this since $3. If they cover slowly like it came down to 185% last hour, we'll save them with price going not too high. I mean, kind of, but if they went and got all 19 million shares today, this would easily be over 30, like even if they stagger it. Yeah, I'll have to look at the how the market closes before I do an update video, though. That's the thing. I have to look for that. What about SINs? SINs should be good long. You're looking probably towards September for a possible FDA decision for them for their 180-day monitor, and I think it'll get a nice bump there. It should be over $10 at that point is what I think. Do you have a Discord? I mean, you discover a great stock, and I can imagine you have good ones in your pocket. Yeah, I do. So if you look at the pinned comments, the Discord link's there. If I could put another one in chat for you. Hold on. Yeah, I've already got a watch list for July in there too, if you want to check it out. Oh, man. Also, a lot of people don't know, like I keep bringing up too, I called Alf too. I called Alf from like $6 to when it ran over 20. I said I expected it to be over like 10 to 15 bucks within like 2 weeks from when I made my video, and then like 2 weeks later it's over 20. So CCXI price prediction. So they delayed their stuff until October now for their decision because they submitted new data to go alongside their data, which is stronger for the FDA case. I think it can return to $20 to $30 running up into that. And if they get FDA, I think they return to their previous highs around like 40 to 60. AI keto stock, you haven't talked about in a while. Yeah, it's just a slow mover. I like them really long term, but they haven't done much in a while. They're dealing with like cancer and dealing with stuff like peptide therapy, which is nice, and psilocybin and stuff like that. And then they also have like some partnerships dealing with like blockchain stuff. So that's all good. So I like them long. They're just very slow movers. That's all. There's not much to say unless they have significant data or something comes out. I try not to over update on stocks because there's no point. Like some people want like constant updates on something, but sometimes there's literally not any update to give. You just gotta wait. That's the quickest way to burn yourself out of the market is you're not patient enough and you just expect something to move constantly. Yeah, it's low across the whole market. This isn't too bad though for the stock. Nice, Ayers. Yeah, I follow a lot of pharma stocks. Yeah, no problem. Good dog. Welcome to the Discord, dude. Appreciate you getting you in there. Falling wedge? Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It really just depends on how it follows this trend line versus. I didn't do anything, man. I just chilled at home. I was working on some content and all that. What's in market news? Anything good? Oh, GOVX is up on the day. PDSB's down. That's a nice discount. Nice. A lot of good stuff. Watching CRWD just climb and climb for a while. Is there a top limit for it? They're a cybersecurity company. I'm not sure. Let me check them out. I would say they probably have potential downside where this gapped up. Historically, stocks at some point will fill a gap. I don't know if they'll fill all the way down here, but it's very possible that this will fill back through, especially because this is a one-day jump. I'd look for it to go under 260 again. That's what I'd look for. It's very possible. Do you think it would touch 130 down the line since I've been holding for 4 months now? Yeah, I mean, that's why my price target's 130. I compared it to the market cap at Dexcom and all that, and did matching. And so that's how I got my price target of around like 100 to 130 for cents. A lot of people think it's stupid, but I'm like, dude, that's like a 3 to 4 year price target. You are out of your mind if you think a 365-day blood glucose monitor would not be able to put their market cap that high versus their competition. Nah, the Discord's free, dude. You just hop in and then I have all my stuff in there. You're free to donate if you want to support the stuff. I've got a Patreon that I just started where if people want like one-on-one time or lessons or looking at the report and stuff, that's kind of stuff that I do as well. Anything anybody contributes goes towards me being able to do this stuff full time. So right now to go full time. I'll just need to make enough off of YouTube and like any content that I'm putting out to people to match my real job. Because what I'd probably do is like I would just rely on the content, do the content full time, and honestly just get a part-time job in the meantime until I could fully do this. That'd be the goal. So I would love to do this full time though. I told people earlier that I have plans for a research article website, still working on an ebook, whole bunch of stuff. So INFI stock, a short run or a long waiting game. I'm looking for a data catalyst at the end of the month, like June 20 or July 27th. So it's got a decent short run timeline in it that you could follow. Yeah, so I don't know where you're from. I have PayPal, and then I've got Venmo and Cash App. That would be the other alternatives. That's about it though. How old are you? Only actually you seem very eyes with so young. I'm 24. I want this to fill more. You can tell the volume's getting a lot more sparse with all these gaps here. Yeah, so PayPal would be in the social and donations tab on my Discord. So, I mean, this is the PayPal if anybody wants it. Hold on. I don't have any noties on it though, so I won't be able to see it till later probably. Would I ever do a fan meetup? I mean, I don't know how that would work with like stock stuff, but that and like COVID is still an issue, obviously, so I don't know if that'd be anytime soon if that even was an option. $60,000 off one stock. Trying to bet that much money on one stock is a really bad way to go about it. I wouldn't do that. Yo, Ayers, thank you for the super chat again, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Do you think the market dropping more this week, or is it more of a today thing? It's been overbought for a while, so the market was due for a pullback. That's probably contributing to some of this, but I mean, it's still heavily shorted, so that's the thing of keeping this up. And the hype, $3,000 off AMC, nice. Yeah, I mean, gambling on stocks is a really dumb way to do it. I would not do that. You're literally just setting yourself up to fail at that point and get burned out. Nice. Dun, dun, dun. I'm checking out the Discord right now, see what people are saying. Is AMC going to continue to rise? I mean, I don't know, man. It's got squeeze potential, but the ridiculous price targets on it throw me away. Like, I don't even want to be near it with all that dumb stuff that some people put into it. Like, there are respectable people in it, like Trey and Matt. And I have no issue with them, but the delusional people that think the market cap of the stock price could literally beat country GDPs is just asinine. Appreciate that, Aries. Shorts can cover in pre-market, so a little bit, but there's not that many that did. Like there was almost 1 million shares returned today, but 658,000 have been bought back. So there's only like technically 330,000 that could have hypothetically been covered. Really. This is where that low volume is going to come down. It's going to come down and test this resistance around 2209, possibly. I mean, sure, Dave, but what are you going to do? Sit on it for 3 years while you wait for it to squeeze? Like, the thing is, there's a lot of people that I know that have literally hold AMC and haven't taken any profits. And stocks I've covered alone outside of that, you could have made way more money in the time period that you've been sitting on AMC waiting for it to squeeze some more. You know what I mean? Yeah, shorts can still cover pre and aftermarket. It's just less likely. That was another thing going around that I didn't like. If somebody's like, oh, we have to close at this price so shorts can't cover from AMC like way back a few months ago. And it's like, that's not accurate at all. They can cover literally whenever they want. Not whenever, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not as restricted to market hours depending on who's shorting. It's just less likely. Was the chart saying how far will this downtrend go? It's about to test my trend line resistance. So if it holds here, it's following this trend. If it doesn't hold here, we're looking for it to hold 2180. It's like right on my trend line though. Let's see what it does. Yeah, realistically, this could go to 40 with a squeeze. It looks like it's bouncing off the support trend line, so we'll see if it continues that. This is why I changed my directions earlier, because I felt like this is more accurate. Sometimes you just got to change up your lines a little bit. Short interest was 185. Still 185. Volume just crossed 33 million recently. It's still testing this trend line. Yeah, volume picking up would be nice. It's going to lunchtime now though, so I expected this to be more low volume than normal. You can see it started getting more sparse around like 11 a.m. Eastern, roughly. We'll see how it goes. You guys forget too, as the price has been increasing, there's been multiple days where this pulls back like $4 to $6 and then rips after hours, or going in after hours and close. So that's possible as well. We're looking for this to hold. I think it's like is it slightly below? Oh no, this is the low. It's like holding right at this trend line right now. So we'll see what it does. I have a sense if FEA doesn't get approved, I mean, it'll probably dip for a while. I would doubt they don't get approved though. So broke this, at least for the moment. We might be looking at a test of this 2180 support. The 2180 is mostly key to close above that though. What do you mean when you sell it? I mean, you can buy and sell Cardano and other crypto on exchanges, but I would prefer to have it in a wallet because you can stake it. So it works like APY for a bank if you were to put it in a savings account, but you can earn over 5% APY with your Cardano. All you would do is get it in a wallet and you would stake it on a pool for Cardano, and basically what that does is you're contributing to a community pool, and you get rewarded if a block is added to the blockchain in the pool you're delegating to. Oh, Robinhood is just dumb, and they weren't letting people take profits for their crypto. That's what happened there. I really like Cardano's technology. I like what they're doing with possibilities for identity verification and credential verification. Hypothetically, outside of transactions, they are looking to have a setup where you could hypothetically go to like Europe if you're from the US, right? And you're interviewing for a job, and they would sometimes need paperwork that could take like a couple weeks of process. And the technology they're working on would give you like verification of identity within like literal seconds. And they're trying to do stuff like that too. Yeah, I could see about doing a tutorial on that at some point. Yeah, charting's really fun. Once you figure out the baseline stuff for it, you just got to know what you're doing. It broke our trend line, but I mean, it's holding the support good, so we'll see what it does. If it breaks the support, it's probably going to be an issue of more downward movement, though. I think it'll rebound after lunch. It usually has a way of moving up the last hour and a half, so. Hey, what's up, RJ? Yeah, Webull, technically you don't own your crypto either, but the best way would to get on like crypto.com, FTX US, or Binance and do that. If you go to like my main channel page, I have links for each of those though. If you sign up with any of them, you'll save on trading fees. The best one if you really want to get started into crypto exchanging though, I'd say is FTX US. They're probably the most reliable. You can get like TRX, Matic, Doge, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that fun stuff. So since this broke trend, we're gonna get rid of this yellow line, and this is where we're gonna look for now. Now we're just gonna see it to bounce into this, and this is still around. That's still around like 12:30 my time, which is it's around 2:30ish for you guys Eastern. Voyager's alright. I just don't have anything set up with Voyager. I like the other ones more. I also like Gemini. Gemini's pretty good too. It's following this really well. I'm gonna add this screenshot to the Discord as well. Save. So anybody in the Discord, if you go in, I'll drop this in stock chat for you to follow it. I said I might drop off for a bit for lunch so I can kind of chill and also get food, but yeah. Especially because it's kind of slow right now, so. But I'll probably be back around for market close. Nano Dimension, NNDM stock been dropping. Do you think it's going to go somewhere? I mean, it can. NNDM is kind of hit or miss depending on the day, though. $763. I mean, have they had news recently? It depends if they've had news. I mean, it goes in cycles where it hits this low. I mean, it's been lower literally within the last 2 weeks, so I'll just ride cycles. Try to ride it back up over 8 or 9 when it does these cycles. See how it goes like up and down a lot? That's what you're looking for. If you go on the 1 month, you can see it does it a lot. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. So this could be a good area. It hasn't been sitting this low for very long, since like June 1st. So you can probably ride it back up for a swing or something. CCXI still a good entry, yeah. What's it sitting at right now? Yeah, I mean, it's probably fine here under 15. Just have some time to average in, I would say, probably. Because it could pull back down to like some of this area, 13s. So just have that in mind that you might need something to pull back at some point. MRIN dropping to 22. I mean, it's filling out the support that I had. Let's see. It's like perfectly following that. This looks like it's rebounding into the corner, which is nice. So what we're going to be looking for as it gets tighter to this wedge is either it gets crushed down from the resistance or it pokes up and then it's going to go up kind of like this. I'd be looking for it to go this way if it pushes up. And we could be seeing this rebound to 24 going into after hours. Because that's what I'm going to be looking for close if it can hold and get volume. It's a severely low volume right now. You can see the volume difference. So it was like a ton here and then it's like just dropped off immensely here. And then on top of that, there's some selling and stuff going on. So it's mostly selling and not buy volume. Looks like very little short borrow change. It's like down like not even 1%. It's still about 185, so we're chilling. Still 18.2 million short interest, which is a lot. I don't know who said that. Since hitting $400 is ridiculous. I would expect 100, 130 maybe. 400 is way unrealistic. That just sounds like somebody trying to cash grab off a headline. Like, some of my targets might seem unrealistic, but I also price mine like 2 to 3 years out. Because if I'm doing a long-term stock, that's long for me. It looks like it's still holding support, so we'll see how this plays out. It bounced back up to 22, so that's nice. This is still holding pretty good. Like I said, a lot of people are stressed, but you gotta think, dude. We're still up like 11, almost 12% today. Like, this is good. Yeah, it's been oversold for a period of time. Low volume midday. Like, this is solid. You're still higher than the close on Friday. Like, the close on Friday is almost $2 less. Like, being stressed about this is something not to be worried about. Plus, the more likely it sits around here is that some shorts cover and then they might have some others that double down. So it'll kind of help the price stay, and then it'll renew interest again. That's what we're looking for. All right, guys, I think it's gonna slow down for now. If you're not in the Discord, make sure you hop in there. I did drop my chart in there. I'm gonna add an invite, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a break, go get something to eat. I don't think it'll necessarily continue down. If it does, I think it might go to where this gap filled around like 20, but I think it can hold the support for now. But I dropped this chart on my Discord. Make sure you're in there. I'm going to take a break, and then I'll probably be back for the hour of going into market close and aftermarket to see how this goes. We'll come back on. So, but I'll catch you guys then, and I thank you guys for chilling. It's been dope. So hope you guys have a good one. Till then, let me know if you need anything on Discord. I'll probably be around the Discord for a little bit in and out while I'm eating and stuff. So yeah, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Thanks for chilling.